I'm out of control, I'm out of control. Out the park, centerfold. Yeah, hard to say, overload. Ain't no parking space on the road. Yeah, I'm out of control, I'm out of control. Out the park, centerfold. Yeah, say your breath. I'm too cold. Yeah, devil hate me, wanna take my soul. Yeah, I am just a source of what you stole. I'm about to knock it out the park. Yeah,
yo, what's good? What's happening? We back, brand new episode of Black Otakus. Of course, it's your boy Chris J. Glad to be back. Got the whole squad on here. We got young BC over there. Cam over here with the views. You got to see the views this week. And then we got young Trail Sav.
Yo.
Alright, we all here. Got some good news before we start the pod. I didn't even let the homies know yet because I literally just finished it before we started. Shout out to Teespring for morphing. Because pretty much now they set it up where your merch shop can have its own domain name and everything, which is really fucking dope. So with that being said, now you can copy your merch on Teespring, well now Spring, but instead you go to www.youtweakingmedia.net for merch. Merch only. So copy merch through there. And on top of the launch of said domain name, you got you some promo codes, free shipping, UTM ships for free shipping. UTM ships for free shipping. If you want $10 off, UTM Vibes 10. UTM Vibes 10. $10 off for your purchase. If you watch it on YouTube, you could clearly see it. But if you're listening, there you go. Those the codes. So, but make sure you copy some merch. It's all greatly appreciated. We got face masks, hoodies, t-shirts, all of the above for all ages, all genders. But yeah, so let's already get into it. How we do every episode, we've been reading, watching, and playing. I'll go first as always. Reading, read up a look. I'm starting to catch up on solo leveling. Starting last chapter I read, he got to America and they're trying to recruit him. So that's the chapter.
What number chapter are you on?
Shit, hold on. Let me pull up that. Because I was like...
Because I'm like on chapter 1.
Let's see. Give me a minute because I got to pull up this app. The alleged ways to read the damn thing. I know I'm definitely ahead of you. That one. I believe I'm on chapter 143. Okay, 143. Right. I'm pretty far. Like, he's in America doing shit right now that he has no business doing. So shout out to my man saying I don't give a fuck. So Jin Woo doing his thing. My hero, but we'll talk about my hero because my hero been really good. Deku showing that he's this nigga out here in the streets. And yeah, that's it for what I've been reading. Playing 2K. Played some No More Heroes on my Switch. And also shout out to me fusing with a friend because I got access to a few more PS5 games, and the only thing that person had that was kind of worth a damn because I didn't want to play Assassin's Creed. I didn't. But I decided because out of boredom, let me go ahead and download that big ass fucking game, Call of Duty, Cold War. Because why? Hey, whatever. So yeah, I know. I was like, look, fuck it. I just wanted something different to yell at instead of 2K. So and also
something else.
I know.
You, boy.
Huh?
I see you. I said
what?
The O was for something else. I see you. All I'm gonna say. I'll tell you after the podcast.
But yeah, so also I was I thought MLB The Show, the new one was, I pre-ordered it and I'm thinking, I get to play it this weekend. Fuck no. They say, you're supposed to get the Jackie.
On PlayStation?
Yeah, I Look, I don't have. Gee, I don't think. Uh,
I
what?
thought I thought MLB the show is coming on Game Pass.
Yeah,
Is it console only or is it on PC? I thought it was on both.
I don't know. I really don't know, honestly.
I'm about to say, bro, why would you pre-order it when you could just get it on Game Pass?
I don't know if it's gonna be part of the PC Game Pass because everybody say Xbox Game Pass and not like the universal. Because some stuff's on the Xbox and not everything's on the PC. I'm not sure. But
I'm gonna give you an L if it's on PC.
hey, it is what it is. Honestly, it is what it is. Because honestly, that's a goddamn PlayStation game that they said here Xbox. But because I didn't pre-order the Jackie Robinson edition, which is some bullshit, by the way, I can't play the game this weekend. So they pulled a 2K when you didn't buy the expensive version. So that's already a negative point for me. So it is what it is. But I had to play something because I was kind of tired of 2K and I already flipped Spider-Man. So Call of Duty pissed me the fuck off. Their service is ass, and that's all that's expected to say. But I did have fun. But that game is still ass. That's it for playing. Now watching, all the spring
Wait, hold
animes.
How you want to do this? Because I watched a lot of spring shit too.
I'ma just list. Like the only thing I feel like is worth a damn for us to talk about is Tokyo Revengers.
Tokyo Revengers, rom-com where the childhood friend wins.
I didn't watch that yet.
Nagatoro, excuse me, Miss Nagatoro.
Yeah, I just finished watching that before we started.
And then I think Mars Red.
I didn't. I watched 5 minutes and I fell asleep on it. I watched 5 minutes and fell. So I don't think that was.
All right, so basically just Miss Nagatoro and
Tokyo Revengers. Those like
Tokyo
I feel like
Revengers? Okay.
Yeah, those are the only ones I feel like so far is worth talking about. But I would say Zombieland Saga's fire. It's just too much plot for me right now. I need more singing. But yeah, Zombieland Saga been decent. The other rom-com, or I guess you call it a rom-com, the Higa Hero, I Shaved and a Teenage Girl Likes Me. I've been watching that. That's been decent. Really decent. And also I respect the fact that this grown ass man has some decency. So shout out to him.
I'll go check it out too because people was I probably not because they said it was like a lot of sad shit. Real life starting to get so I'm not trying to watch that shit in anime form.
Yes, yeah, it's pretty sad. Like I think I'm on the third episode. It's already kind of sad, and it's just mainly around the girl itself. But it's decent so far. Welcome to a Demon School of Iruma started today. That was the first episode was okay, just pretty much recapping in the first half and just building up what can happen this upcoming season. I found something called Shadow House. Is that on Funimation? It's interesting. It's very interesting. Like I don't know what the plot is yet, but it's pretty much about a shadow family and they have humans as their slaves. It's interesting. In that
Us shit, the Jordan Peele movie.
It's not. I don't even feel like that. No. It don't feel like the Jordan Peele movie. No, it don't feel like Us.
You talking about that one movie that the dyke chick made?
Them?
Yeah.
Oh, them. Yeah.
No, hell no. Fuck. It's not like that either. No.
Oh, no. Jordan Peele, Us, the one with
and with where the family, it's like no, it's not like that either. No.
Yeah.
No, it's not like that. It feels slice of life almost, like, but also it seems serious based off how to foreshadow the plot. It's just the first episode, so I'm still trying to figure it out, but it's interesting. Still got that 3-episode rule. But yeah, but Tokyo Revengers is good, and Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro is really good. So those stand out. And I have yet to watch My Hero. I have yet to watch My Hero. So that's L in itself. Yeah, like I'm waiting. I might wait till they actually start the action and just see if they learned their lesson.
Don't like that Trail said. I'm not getting my hopes up.
I'm not getting my hopes up either. I just want to see. I just got to see. That's all that matters.
We go get the action and the good shit is when that My Hero movie comes out. That's where they put all the good shit in.
It's kind of fucked up. All the action budget goes into the movies, G. And that's sad. That's really freaking sad. But yeah, that's it for me. We'll talk about Tupac and Winter Soldier and Invincible later.
All right, for me, let me say that. So let me start off. I said what I've been reading this week. I'm in my front room right now because in my room I'm currently like what's that shit called? Renovating. I got some shit that's making my room. And I got to use some of the things that I have that I don't use in my room. But like I know everybody get the lights things, but I got the ones that break apart. So like I'm gonna start like with my frames and putting the lights behind the frames, having that shit glow.
Oh, you getting the Demon Time room?
Not necessarily, because that's like a
vibe setter. It is a vibe setter, G.
My shit is gonna be behind my TV, behind my computer, and behind like the eventual like posters I get of Goku. Speaking of that, what I've been reading, I have to catch up on these.
Oh, my fault. One more thing. I'm sorry to cut you off, Daytra, because since you brought it up. Shout out to Daytra for the late-ass birthday gift. I'm going to start collecting these now. Volume 1 of Yu Yu Hakusho, G. Real nigga shit right there.
Who's it written by?
That's funny. Well, my GOAT, Akira Toriyama, and his fledgling Toyotaro.
Somebody who actually finishes their series?
But yeah, I read this. There's some good shit in terms of, especially the this Tournament of Power episode that I like that they did better than the anime, particularly how they did Kale, in which she knocked everybody that was remaining out that wasn't a Saiyan and fucking Pride, Super 1 and 2. She knocked everybody else out, was out the fucking paint, which was cool. Also, they kept some shit. They got the Gohan chapter in there, was basically saying, I want to be a human.
Beat the shit out of
Mix it with the future song. Everybody want to be a Super Saiyan.
I kind of really wanted that to be in the anime just so all like the Kefla stands can shut the fuck up. Because it's kind of like the fact that you lost against I want to be more human Gohan is like an even bigger L to me than losing against Ultra Instinct Goku.
And then Japan's favorite chapter, Ultra Instinct Roshi. Really?
Third Hokage Roshi?
Yes, it was a very crazy chapter. And I would definitely like just to put it on this part right here. Right there. Right there. Soon as Jiren was like, I'm tired of all that bullshit.
But Japan loves Roshi, dog.
But yeah, and made Goku go Ultra Instinct even though he ain't dead. Beautiful, beautiful writing. But the rest of the 6 volumes will be soon. I got from volume 1 all the way to 9. I will continue, but that shit gets expensive after a while.
Oh, yeah.
Just definitely. From 1 to 9 cost me $89, I think. $89 from 1 to 9. So but that shit should come Wednesday because from I think 1 to 7 is like not a box set, but they come all together. And I had to buy them 2 separately. But that's reading. For playing, I want to do this as a surprise to 2 of the people on the podcast. But let me do it now. Not even going to tell you because it was completely blind. But on the Switch side, right there.
My boy. Hey.
Right there.
Hey. That's Fire Emblem, DC.
I couldn't even see it. Yeah,
my boy.
Along with pretty much my whole Switch. My Switch for me is not something I really play like when I'm on my PS4. It's something I'm like, I'm about to go to bed in 2 hours. Let's pop this bitch on. And been playing it. I couldn't get no sleep last night, so I bought this literally at 1 o'clock in the fucking morning. And played it about. It said I played it 8 hours ago, so I probably got a good hour in, but hour in JRPG games is still the prologue, so I'm still in the prologue.
Yeah, you hell into the prologue.
But I want to play it blindly and stuff, so I haven't looked up anything of that nature, what the houses do. I'm actually paying attention. Shout out to it. It's a lot of fucking voices in this game, because usually how this shit go from the JRPGs I play, cutscene voices. Nobody else fucking talks, and I'm pressing X the whole entire time.
Yeah.
But there's some voices in this bitch, so I appreciate that. Other playing with the guys online, it's 3 games that we all been playing. It's Overcooked 2, but we have to wait till somebody else get it because 3 niggas make it kind of boring. We just got done playing Gang Beasts, which was hilarious because some niggas got online and was trying to watch our shit. And it's one of the PlayStation Plus games called Zombie Army 4. Basically just a zombie game, but it was fun. With me, Dion, and Justin. Had a time of my fucking life with this fucking game. Other than that, still struggling on Apex with Extra. Attack on Titan 2. I played 2K. I played up the difficulty of the league because it was easy.
Wait, it wasn't a Hall of Fame?
No, it was a Hall of Fame. I just upped the defensive awareness because I was like, this shit too easy. I'm watching Ben Simmons in a layup line. I'm like, I'm Gucci. It was literally a time when I was going against a team and they had 20 points in the fourth quarter. I ain't even gonna say how much I had. Offensive and defensive.
Wouldn't they cancel the game because it's like a super blowout?
What'd you say?
I'm like,
wouldn't they cancel the game because that's like a super blowout?
In high school. In high school.
They don't do that shit in the NBA. Motherfuckers, you just put them niggas on 10-day contracts in that game and just everybody else just talk.
God bless.
But and then watching. So watching, definitely Invincible. Watch that. I've been watching this thing because I don't know why. I get like a GTA high, but instead of me being a dumbass and playing like GTA 5 or San Andreas again, San Andreas is not necessarily a dumbass. It's a really good game. I just don't feel like it's a long ass for a PS2 game. It's a long ass game.
It's a long game.
It is long as fuck. I don't know how they fit that whole entire game on a fucking disc in the PS2.
One disc at that, G.
It's no excuse why some games make it with DLCs and shit. And to get 100% on, I think, on a speedrunner, 100% on you remember speedrunners, they beat games, right? To try to get 100% on San Andreas, I think it took dude like 12 hours. And these are speedrunners. So these are niggas who break the game in order to beat it. Like usually to beat like a Ratchet and Clank game on speedrunning time is like an hour. Because motherfuckers know how to beat the game in an hour. With this, it takes like 10 hours. I watch a guy, his name is Hugo One. He does this chaos San Andreas. So it's like mods in this bitch, but it's chaos. So it's a different mod like every 30 to 15 seconds. Funniest shit in the world. Gets a lot of money from them niggas. I don't know why people love watching either people suffer or speed runs, but this nigga's ranking in cash, bro. Fucking cash. Anime, not watching this weekly stuff. I apologize. This is like the 15th season in a row because when I try to watch this shit, I end up waking up for work. That boring. But on terms of what I watch on my time, like either I'm at work or not, I was watching Code Geass. And Code Geass, I'm enjoying it. I think I'm on episode 21. So this is the episode. I know. No, yeah, it's the episode when that nigga from China, when that nigga from China was trying to invade Britannia or whatnot, and they was so-called clicked up with the Japan terrorist force with Lelouch and them. But Lelouch was like, no, I'm gonna team up with these niggas to show the world that we not so much of a bad guy. We just trying to liberate for Japan and shit like that. So him and Gabby did like some duo attack to them Chinese niggas, and they saved the day. Everybody damn near know Lelouch is fucking zero except for fucking Gabby. So at this point, and eventually I'm pretty sure he'll know. So far, some of the things I picked out in the show that I enjoy. For like a pseudo mech anime, I'm not bored because every mech anime I tried to watch, I fucking fall asleep. I'm sorry. It's not that things are bad. It's just I got an attention span of a fucking Spanish fly. So when I'm watching shit, niggas just talking, I'll be like, I'm gonna go. And especially not enticing dialogue. This show got really enticing dialogue because most of the time they lose talking. He talking like it's a fucking chess match. So that's enticing fucking dialogue. When I'm watching something like something else. Even when I was watching Kill la Kill and they would be talking about fucking life fibers, I was sitting there like, why the fuck I'm watching this shit, bro? But like with this, I enjoy it. Another show when like a lot of women are fucking annoying, but it's women at this point in anime. So shout out to his little sister being blind. She ain't as annoying as fucking the glasses chick.
Glasses
I
chick.
hate her.
Yeah.
Oh, that bitch.
Yeah. The princess with the pink hair, Leilu's sister, I think, annoying as fuck. The green haired chick that gave Leilu
Wait, the
some
commander
pants
chick?
out.
Wait, the commander chick?
The
commander chick kind of cool.
DC cool. DC cool.
C2
cool.
Bro, look, all right, okay, I give it to y'all. Remember, I watch things are different. Like, I give it to y'all. She ain't as annoying as Glasses chick. Glasses chick was
She gets worse. She's
you're going to hate her more. Let's put it like you're going to
now,
hate
the
her.
red haired chick, I rocks with her. Probably my favorite.
Colin.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Colin Cole.
She does her thing. Shout out to her beating Shih Tzu or Gabby's ass when they was in the mech thing. She was like, "You was in that red mech?" Yeah, nigga, I was in the red mech. Fuck wrong with you? So shout out to that. Other than that, I like the show. Like I said, this is a show that like I can't binge watch on like I could watch like Kill la Kill. I think I beat Kill la Kill like in 3 days or some shit like that. And I know Kill la Kill like 26 episodes or something like that. But in terms of like it's a lot of shit in Kill la Kill you don't have to pay attention to, in which you just watch action scene shows over. In this show, it's a lot of shit you got to pay attention to because a character will pop up and you'll be like, who the fuck is that? There's a lot of fucking people in that royal court that'll be like, I did not know this nigga existed, bro. And then he just be like, oh, that's him. Like the one dude, Leilu say his name all the time every time he fucking see him. Fuck. Well, he probably got killed later, so that's why y'all don't remember him. There was some other nigga. It was someone. Is it the pink hair older brother? Is that his name?
Oh yeah, his the dude he saw. I forgot his name.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
Yeah, that nigga. Like he's no exactly don't know his fucking name because it's a lot of them fucking niggas. And that's not a bad thing. It's characters. So shout out to that. But other than that, I've been chilling. Work. I can't wait until I hit the fucking lottery or some shit in which I don't have to work for the white man no more. Like it's very bad to work for the white man. Please, can I just luck up on some fucking bread that I don't have to work for these white people no more? It sucks. Oh, I'm about to go to what's that?
Triple.
What?
the new scam? Triple.
Oh man. You know what I'm about to do, bro? I'm about to do a sleep stream on Twitch. That's what I'm about to fall asleep on Twitch and have niggas watch me sleep for money. But other than that, just been chilling. This week was a long ass week though. So it wasn't even bad. It was just a long fucking week. Took forever to get to today. And today went so fucking fast. That's it for me.
All right, I'm gonna be quick too. Other than for reading this week, other than the stuff we're gonna talk about, and other than that, watching. Oh yeah, okay. So my sister finally got through the Ace flashback, the Ace Sabo Luffy.
Okay.
And was at the beginning of the flashback they show Ace and Luffy sitting on the cliff talking about we're gonna be pirates, and then Luffy's like, yeah, but you see the backside of them, so you don't know, the context of that scene. But that's after Sabo dies. So she saw that and she was like making fun of that scene throughout the whole flashback. But then when Sabo died and she sees him on the cliff crying, she's like, damn. She's like, why does Oda keep doing this?
That's my nigga, boy, Sabo, G.
Yeah.
Go.
She was like, there's no way he's dead. She had to look it up, because she just didn't want to deal with Ace and Sabo dying.
Yeah.
So she looked it up and she was like, I bet. But I told her, I'm like, if you just look, there's 3 sake cups at Ace's grave, so you already know he alive.
Right.
But yeah, bro. She loves Ace, Luffy, Sabo. She loves Boy Hancock. She fucking hates Usopp. It's official. And then,
Damn.
yeah, I can't. She hates Usopp and Zoro. Those are her least favorite strides. And
Usopp
like
just hasn't been getting shine lately, so it's kind of like I can't be mad at that opinion. But
she'll change her mind in Dressrosa, though. I think she'll change her mind.
God Usopp is a vibe.
Exactly. Oh yeah, she loves Buggy too. Like
the GOAT.
Shenanigans, man. Funny as hell. But yeah, that's like we rewatching One Piece with my sister's been therapeutic from the toxicity that the community is in, and just taking a break. And this is how I fell in love with One Piece, just watching it and not paying attention to the community bullshit. So I'm enjoying myself. But yeah, that's it for watching. For playing, I finally beat that side story in Fire Emblem Camp. Dimitri is the GOAT. Bro, I just had like my gambits break all the shields, and I just had them come in and just whop dude. So, Lady Rhea, yeah, like I romanced her for the I did the church path. I romanced her again. Yeah, so I'm gonna play one last playthrough, but I gotta play Dimitri's playthrough one more time just because of that side story I did. I'm gonna do the female version for my last like final playthrough. And yeah, that's it for me. It's a sad time, man. When I finish Fire Emblem for my last playthrough, bro, I'm gonna tear up because that's.
We'll move on to Xenoblade, and trust me, that's gonna keep you good for a while. That's gonna keep you good for a solid minute.
The Fire Emblem's in my heart, bro, because that got me through my senior semester. Like, shit, man.
It's sad when you, but man, I remember the first time I beat Persona 5. It's that like that period of like, damn, what the fuck am I gonna play next?
Yeah.
You find something better to move on. Well, not better, but you find something.
Play the fuck out of Xenoblade next, man.
Oh, it's a long game, so you definitely gonna have some fun with that. But anyway, for me, shout out to Smirnoff. So usually I'm like a Seagram's, like Mike Lemonade type of guy, but at the Mariano's that I go to, they like always out of stock on Seagrams. To be pissing me off. Always out of stock.
Downtown,
they got the mics.
You're downtown. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I know. They always out of stock. So you know what I'm saying. I saw Smirnoff. You know what I'm saying. I saw a little green apple flavor. I like green apple. I was like, let me give this a try. You know what I'm saying. I like to drink, not drink, but I do like to have my occasional drink every now and then. So I like this. This flavor, particular green apple, this shit hit. So I'm saying, like, if y'all see some Smirnoff green apple, pick it up. Good drink.
Get a sponsor.
I'm trying to get all these alcohol.
Please, we need the bread.
Oh, speaking of, hold on, let me bust out my new acquires. I talked about this plate last week. You know what I'm saying, growing up my weeb collection. So let me go ahead and get something for y'all real quick.
You say your weed collection?
It's weeb.
Oh, I'm about to say, yo, what?
Yeah.
I'm about to say, yo, what the hell? Hold on.
You're gonna be busting out different strands on us, man.
I'm about to say, yo, this nigga got Kakarot runts.
All right. So, yes, sir. So we went on Crunch. Shout out to Crunchyroll store. Shout out and don't shout out to y'all because I got something to say about y'all later. But shout out, and also I'm gonna be talking about some gacha game shit. So these two particular items come from a collaboration with One Piece Treasure Crew. And in that collaboration, they do this like yearly. I don't know if it's yearly or like 6 months, but it's this thing called World Journey, which essentially is One Piece units that are taking in and they put them into like costumes that are like around the area. So like the first volume was like Luffy, Nami, and Zoro as like cowboys and cowgirls. The second volume was I think the second volume was Boa. I might be getting them mixed up, but I think the second volume was Boa, Mihawk, and Crocodile, and like kimono and yukatas. The third volume was Sanji and Reiju as like knights. And then the fourth volume was Vivi and I believe Rebecca as like Chinese, like they had like the Chinese garbs on, like Chinese warrior stuff. Forgot what the fifth volume was because I could be I'm misremembering one of the volumes. Oh no, the fifth volume was, and this is another the volume I would get. It's Marco and Ace's like Sherlock Holmes detective style clothing, dope as shit.
Oh, I gotta see that.
And then so the sixth volume, me being a Sabo stan, when I saw this in the game and they were saying like, oh, we releasing this collection. This came out in March this year. I had to pick it up because y'all know when it comes to Sabo, you get money from it. So it's a world journey and it's basically kind of like Arabian Nights, basically, right? So I got Koala Chan, you know what I'm saying? Koala rocking this outfit. And for those who are wondering why is it still in a box, I'm the type of person that I kind of like to keep the figures in the box. Kind of how I do things. Like I still haven't opened up the stuff that I got from Comic-Con. I'm gonna keep them in the box. And the main man himself, Sabo, kind of like in an Aladdin fit. This shit is fucking awesome. I would say that if you want to get these things, I want to say it's still in the Crunchyroll store. I think Koala still has she has like 3 of them bitches left the last time I checked. But the Sabo one should still be available, and they're both like $26. Not that expensive. So basically, I think the next one I'm probably gonna get the Reiju and Sanji one, and this is why I say Crunchyroll, you on some shenanigans because Crunchyroll only has Volume 6. They only got these two. They don't have any of the other volumes. So I'm assuming because they're not sold out because they're in other stores, but Crunchyroll for some reason is not selling. So I'm gonna get Volume 3, which is Sanji and Reiju, and then I'm gonna get Volume 5, which is Marco and Ace because those figures look. That's my weeaboo tangent. But as far as reading, mm, catching up with also the low leveling like Chris. That nigga Chad Wu is just different. The backstory that they gave with like the angels and like the demon war and how like the freaking OG Shadow Monarch pulled up in the middle of the battlefield and was like, arise. Like, go ahead, come back to life and go ahead, kill them angels real quick. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, do your thing.
Out of here real quick.
Like just OP stuff, and then Jinwoo coming back now that the nigga has 2 hearts, and he got a freaking 100,000 mana power up. Like, just this man is just insane. He's stupid. He's dumb. But I just love seeing how progressively broken he gets throughout the show. It's amazing shit. That's solo leveling, and then Lore Olympus as well. Lore Olympus, Unordinary, It's Mine. Shout out to It's Mine. Shout out to my boy. Damn, I forgot his name. Oh no, Johan. Shout out to Johan. That's the main character of the show. My man finally got the chick that he was basically protecting. Just admitted last chapter that she likes him. Though they both admitted that they have feelings for him. Shout out to my boy. You know what I'm saying? He getting his due diligence. Being kidnapped for like 15 years. I think he deserves happiness. He's expecting him. On to watching. So for watching, I've watched Excuse Me, Miss Nagatoro, rom-com where the childhood friend wins. All these damn names. The freaking show. Oh, Tokyo Revengers and Mars Red. And I'm gonna start reading Megalobox to catch up on. Because I started a while back, but I never finished. So I want to help. So just to give a quick thought of how I feel about some of these shows, the ones that matter, or the ones that I watch. Excuse Me, Miss Nagatoro is high school Zaki-chan. But like the funny thing is that so it recently came out through an interview that the creator of the show used to make doujins. So essentially, that you could tell from the way they draw this bitch's face, like she has I don't know the pronunciation, but the Ahaigo face, the face that's basically like you in full throttle like turn on mode with the super flushed out cheeks. Sometimes you got the little heart in the heart in the pupils and shit like that. So like, that's that. The show is funny as hell. The main character is a bitch. Oh my god, he's a bitch, bro. It's not even the fact that like I'm gonna make fun of him because he's a simp. No, he's just a bitch.
He's a goofy.
Nigga need to nut the fuck up, bro. But I do like the banter between them two. And I like the fact that he realized that she only likes to torture him. Like when she's talking to other dudes, she like literally gives no fucks about them. Like he's the only one who catches her attention. So that's pretty dope. So yeah, I'm gonna get into the show. But yeah, that them faces, bro. Niggas just go meme them faces a lot, and I'm already knowing the Rule 34 between them two. Probably already out. I know there's a bunch of them out already.
This is a sick Negro.
Just throwing it out there now.
You already know what's coming, Chris. You already know, especially with them
Collision
faces. Especially with them faces. Yeah, it's time, G. So the rom-com where the childhood friend went. So for all my niggas who saw Nisekoi, I believe this is I didn't spoil myself, but somebody basically said it's similar to Nisekoi. So if you don't know what Nisekoi was essentially the premise of it was the nigga had a harem, and the one who was gonna be his true waifu was the chick who had like the key to this locket that he had. And coincidentally, every single fucking female in his harem had a key, right? Stars fucking aligned. So basically the show was revolved around, all right, he has all these girls and he's trying to figure out, which one of them was the one that he made the promise to get married and stuff when kids, right? Spoiler alert, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, the blonde hair chick wins. Manga ended like I think last year. Blonde hair chick won. Y'all was fans of anybody else. Sucks to be you. But essentially, this is a similar instance with this show, where the main character has a crush on this chick who's she's like a best-selling novelist in high school. He has a crush on her, but like the nigga he's bitch made. He doesn't talk to her. Like he said, like in the show that he talked to her once during winter, and now it's pretty much it. So basically, and he has a childhood friend, and bro, she's short as hell compared to him. Like when you see when you see episode 1, Chris, you'll see a little shock dynamic between them. Because like it was one instance where these dudes was calling her like an older lolly, and at first I was like, "What are you talking about?" But then when I saw like the side by side comparisons, I was like, "Damn, bro, she's short as hell." But I don't consider her a lolly. So and I don't even care, they're high school students. But basically, Hachi, who is the female friend that the girl that he has a crush on, she ends up going out. She ends up accepting to go out with this older guy, this senpai that she liked, that confessed his feelings to her during like summer, some shit like that. And he's mad as hell. Well, he's salty. I mean, he goes so far as, so she announces it in front of the whole class, and he gets sad. He says, "I'm going home." He leaves school because the chick said, like, I'm talking about like bitch made shit, bro. He leaves school because the chick that he didn't even talk to, didn't even admit, he didn't even confess his feeling towards her, said, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna go out with this dude." He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go home for the day." So his childhood friend follows her. I think her name is Koru. And the dynamic is that like all the chicks in the show are like named after clovers. So that's kind of like the theme of that show. So she's basically like he calls her out on her bluff because originally she confessed to him that she likes him, and she's like, and he was like, "No, you're not joking. We're friends. I've known you since childhood. I know that you seriously like me, and I'm sorry for the way I rejected you." And she's like, "Yeah, I know you rejected me, but I still like you. I need some college." But basically, she goes like, "Let's get revenge. I'm gonna help you make your crush realize what she's missing out on." So that's kind of like the premise of the plot of the story. So basically, in order to get revenge on a chick that you didn't talk to didn't confess your love to, and literally has no knowledge that you actually like her, you're gonna get revenge on her by basically dating the childhood friend, or pretend dating the childhood friend that just admitted that she genuinely likes you. I mean, she even says, I mean, it was supposed to be like a really sweet moment, but she says, I get to pretend to date my love. Like I don't lose out on that. And I'm just like, bro, y'all have some low standards. The moral of this story is, like we've been preaching in Black Otakus, love yourself. Because if you love yourself, you're not gonna get into situations like that. That shit is, it's like L's. Everybody has L's in that show so far, except for the female chick that he has a crush on. So there's that show. Um, Mars Red. So this is what I call an Oscar anime. I'm gonna start categorizing them as Oscar animes.
Oh
This
no.
is an anime that is clearly trying to win some type of like
Oscar,
oh,
Emmy award and
award, right? Same at like, and don't, and I'm not saying this is bad, because I watched some of these shows and they're genuinely good. Like Violet Evergarden, that's an Oscar
shit.
anime. I
It
consider that to be
deserves
an Oscar
the
anime.
praise. Yeah.
That show is
Really good.
definitely trying to win something when it comes to like, you know, how it presents itself. Mars Red is no exception. Oh my god. Y'all better be lucky. I did my daily workout. I had my smoothie and I was wide awake, because Jesus Christ, the first like 15 minutes of the show is just shots of like, look at how good our animators drew this. Look at the music, it's so beautiful. Oh, look at us, so deep. The human mind is so complex and intricate, and oh my god, our anime is so awesome. Like, bro, shut the fuck. If I could tell an anime to shut the fuck up in real life, like this is one of them animes that I would be like, shut the fuck up, bro. Like y'all ain't gotta try that hard, G. It's not that hard. It's not that deep. However, the pretentiousness aside, the anime kind of has a decent story. Basically, it's about vampires, right? Vampires in like some kind of mid time period, like England type of situation, right? So basically, the first episode, from what I can gather, is essentially the main character. It's set up that he has a fiance. He said, "I have a fiance that I never met." Turns out that the fiance that he's never met was like an actress. There was an incident in which she was gonna die, and in order to save her life, she got turned into a vampire. So he
That's
meets
right
her
when
name
I
is
fell asleep.
So her name is like Masaki, and the way that she interacts with people is that they give her like a script to read off of. She's kind of like mentally screwed up, right? So like she's reading off this. Oh my, and it's so fucking pretentious, dog. Like it's just like she's reading this fucking script about like how she wants to meet this guy and that she loves him, blah 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 blah. Basically, we fast forward to the ending because Jesus, the pretentious levels is off the chart with this anime. We skip to the end where essentially she breaks out of jail so that she can meet the main character, because that they're technically supposed to be married. So she meets him and she's like, "Oh yeah, I wanted to kiss you, blah 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 blah." And then the sun comes up and then she dies. And like it's like this mark that makes you. It's a mark that appears on the ground. That's like you're a vampire or you died as some shit like that. So that's how the first episode ends. The second episode is basically there's a vampire couple that goes like, "Hey, they're basically drugged up, like there's like this like the crack blood basically," and you find out that the main character has a squad of specialized army vampires. So essentially, they're tasked with like hunting down vampires and killing them. So they eventually the couple, they break out. They're about to storm the area. There's this one OP ass nigga in the vampire squad that doesn't know he's OP, but essentially he fucking beats the shit out of both of them, and the episode ends. Would I recommend you watch this episode? I would say that if you like Oscar animes, like if you like Violet Evergarden, and you kind of like, because I loved Violet Evergarden for what it was, but there were a lot of times where it's extremely pretentious. So if you like pretentious animes that go like, oh, you're gonna like this show. So would I recommend you watch it? I don't know. I might give it one more episode, and if I swear to God, because like this shit is like, oof. But moving on, Tokyo Revengers, pretty dope.
Really good.
I like the premise of it. The main character is a fucking idiot. Like, and I've already found a plot hole in the show, and it's only 2 episodes in. So, spoiler alert for people who haven't watched the show yet, but who cares? I don't care. Essentially, so he goes back in time for the first time, and he tells his younger brother, "Hey, you're gonna die in 12 years."
Not the younger his ex-girlfriend's younger
Yeah,
brother.
his ex-girlfriend's younger brother. You're gonna die in 12 years. Your sister's gonna die in 12 years. Remember this day and do whatever you can to protect her. Right. Flash forwards, he comes back. So essentially, again another anime where the main character he's a fucking loser. Somebody pushes him onto the train, goes back in time. Like, oh my god, I'm back in time. Where he was, I guess, cool or whatever. He was a delinquent. Meets up with his ex-girlfriend's younger brother. You're gonna die in 12 years. Do something about it. Goes back into the present. His younger brother's like, hey, I listened to your advice. I became a cop, and but my sister still died. Here's where I have a problem with this whole show. What's stopping him from going back in time and telling the same thing to his girlfriend?
Yeah, I thought I was the only one to notice that because I'm like, gee, like in a way, maybe it would scare her. Who knows? I don't know. But she seems pretty. At least after this episode, she seemed pretty bright.
Yeah,
But
she seems, and she also seems extremely invested into the main character to the point where if he were in like complete show of like, yo, you're gonna die in 12 years. I came back here to tell you that, she would believe him.
yeah, because she seems like she genuinely cares about him, even though at this point he's a poor excuse of a yakuza thug. But even then, I think she's pretty bright, especially when you factor in like, okay, if her little brother sat there and was like, okay, and it's like, I'm pretty sure she would take what he said at face value.
Yeah. I will give this show the benefit of the doubt in a certain so the primary objective is to save his ex-girlfriend, right? But
Yeah,
I think the secondary objective is to dismantle the game that they were talking about, the Tokyo uh,
Manji,
Mangi
Manji
gang,
song.
whatever.
Yeah,
So I think that like it's more so like even if he were to tell her that like, hey, you're gonna die, don't do these things to not get killed, and where he were to flash back to the future, the gang would still be active and like kind of like a thing where like fate is absolute, where it's like you saved her from the gang for one day, but then somehow she dies in a car crash the next day, something like that. So I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt, and it's like dismantle the gang, save her life, instead of her just saying. But at the same time, it's like still calling you out on that BS. But the show's pretty interesting so far. I definitely would recommend it. Especially if you like Erased. But I think this isn't gonna be as sad as Erased.
yeah,
Especially
I agree.
the main character, I don't think he's gonna get cucked at the end. Even though I know he didn't get cut. I know some people agree with he just wanted to save her. I know, nigga. I know. Shut the fuck up. I get it. Nigga got still got cut. Anyway,
Definitely got cut.
on to playing. So I started playing Tales of Vesperia on the Xbox Game Pass. I never played that game. And that's like as far as like the Tales of series, that's like the Final Fantasy VII of the Tales of series. Figured I might as well give it a shot. It's pretty cool so far. Shout out to Troy Baker for voicing Yuri Lothwell. Not Yuri. His name is Yuri something. But yeah, that's that. What else did I play? I didn't really play anything else. Oh, besides Octopath Traveler. But I did want to take this time because me and Daytrail, as y'all know, in the Black Otakus culture, we play mobile games. And it's our job as the connoisseurs of the mobile game realm to tell you what you should be aware of when you're looking, searching, prowling, the shit fested mobile gotcha game realm. And recently, this Gaia RPG, I'm gonna call this segment Gotcha Mobile Game Reviews. So essentially, this guy RPG came out. For those who don't know, if I can pull up the little Gaia RPG. There you go. So the Disgaea series is a very niche SRPG franchise series that a company called Nipponichi developed. And, you know, it being Japan and Japan being just a gold mine of opportunity when it comes to mobile gacha games, they decided to cash their checks in and make a mobile game themselves. This game has been out already, and there's a JP version that I think came out last year. So the English version just released this week. Um, my overall thoughts on the game. Now, I will say this: out of all of the global gacha games that I've played, this one's, I don't know who's in charge of community management, but this is the best one that I've seen by far. I've played One Piece Treasure Cruise. I've played Dokkan, Fire Emblem, Danmachi. I played a shit ton of gacha games. I know what I'm talking about. But the community management team has been very good with this game. There have been a couple issues that the community has addressed. For instance, when it comes to the gacha summoning mechanic, the very first banner that defaults when you select it is a. So this is another one of those gacha games that have free premium and paid premium. Now, what do I mean by that? So let's take Dokkan for instance, because that's a popular gacha game. Imagine if there was a banner in Dokkan that you could only summon on if you had paid Dokkan Stone, Dragon Stone. So not the free to play stuff that you earn from logins and events and stuff like that. You had to spend paid Dragon Stones. So let's say there's like an LR, a guaranteed LR banner, and it said 50 paid. So you'd have to go on to the sales. You'd have to buy 50 Dragon Stones, and that would be your paid Dragon Stones, and then you could summon on a banner. You couldn't use your 50 stones that you farmed, that you logged in and stuff like that. So this guy has that system. So the very first banner that shows up in the beginning of the game was essentially paid nether stones. That's what they call, or nether quartz. That's what they call the premium currency. The community was like, yo, what the fuck? Like y'all are trying to like encourage people to play this game. I don't fuck with that shit. So what they did is they immediately addressed the issue. They came out with a maintenance and they defaulted the banner to a banner that allows you to use free, nether quartzes. This shit. There was an issue in which they had a 1 hour maintenance. 1 hour. Now for my niggas who played One Piece Treasure Cruise and Dokkan, the compensation for them having any amount of maintenance is like 1 stone, 2 stones, right? Nothing, right? The compensation that we got for them having 1 hour of maintenance was essentially a free multi, basically. Enough of the premium currency to do a free multi. That's dope. And they had an issue during that maintenance in which they had to like extend it by like 30 minutes. And they gave us more on top of that. There was another issue in which their servers were having issues for like 30 minutes. And the compensation for that was essentially they gave us enough premium currency to do 4 multis, which is a lot. So the community has I would say the best thing about this game is their community management. I don't know who's in charge of it. I don't even think they're like from like the United States. It's kind of how the translation posts on Facebook look. But shout out, big ups to y'all. I think it's Bolt Ring Game helped port the game to the United States. So I will give y'all a shout out because y'all have been very good at addressing the community. But I will say to all my fellow Disgaea games, my Disgaea fans who are like looking at this game going like, I'm a Disgaea stan. Should I cop or not? I will always say this when it comes to gacha games. If you don't have enough discipline when it comes to managing your finances, do not ever download a gacha game. Ever. No matter no matter Dragon Ball, One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, whatever. It could be your favorite IP. If you are somebody who is not disciplined when it comes to managing your finances, do not buy it, because all of these games, regardless of how good the community management is or whatever, the objective of a gacha game is to abuse your standhood, abuse your loyalty, abuse your nostalgia to make you a cash cow, to buy all the microtransactions or whatever have you. So, and this guy RPG is no exception to the rule. I will say this, that the game so far, from what I have, you can be a free-to-play player and you can still prosper. Now, me, myself, personally, because I know how to manage my finances, I have bought some packs and stuff like that. And for people who are judging me, nigga, trust me, I'm good on money. I can afford to buy a pack or two if I wanted to. So, but I will say that from a free-to-play player perspective, from what I've seen so far, you do not have to be pressured into buying gems and stuff like that in order to make your account. The game does a good job of starting you off feeling powerful and things of that nature. Gameplay wise, it's not an SRPG like Disgaea. It's more of a turn-based thing, and I think that's good because the most expensive thing when it comes to a gacha game is players' time. And you don't want to have a game like Fire Emblem Heroes that retains its SRPG elements, but it takes like the gameplay in that game is just so long and boring that you don't want to get into that shit. I would rather have a simplistic game that has a little bit of complex elements so I can log in, do my daily shit, and get the fuck off. Log in at another time, right? So all in all, do I recommend you get Disgaea RPG? Yes and no. I would say yes if you are somebody who's a Disgaea fan who is disciplined when it comes to finances and who aren't easily swayed by predatory microtransactions. It retains the spirit of Disgaea. It has the characters that you know and love, and it has a pretty fun gameplay. No, immediately if you have no discipline when it comes to your finance. The game will tempt you into buying things, and I don't want to see people go bankrupt or fucking max out their credit cards for a fucking free-to-play gacha game. That shit is dumb. Do that shit. But all that said, that's it for me. I know I talked a lot, but there was a lot of things to talk about as far as gaming and anime is concerned.
All right, cool. So let's go ahead, move on. Let's talk about the My Hero chapter that dropped last week. I could go into spoilers, but hey, but My Hero chapter last week, really solid chapter. Let me pull up the chapter in itself. Remember,
Can we all read the chapter? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I looked at it. But yeah, so
Hey, trust him muted.
No, he's playing himself.
Oh.
He said he read it though.
yeah, he read.
I read it.
So. But yeah, really good chapter. Deku's in his glory. Pretty much at this point, he that nigga. Just rank that nigga number 1 in my quick summary. But pretty much in this chapter, he's fighting the nigga name is Muscle, right?
Yeah.
Muscle. Fucking generic ass name, like nigga. But anyway, he's fighting Muscle, and they're having a dialogue. He's asking him, "Hey, why do you do this?" So we kind of get Muscle's backstory a little bit. Beats the nigga's ass.
No fucking backstory. He's just a fucking generic ass. I want to watch the world burn villain.
Yeah, backstory. That's his backstory. I just want to watch the world burn. I just want to beat niggas' asses. It is what it is. I am who I am. Don't judge me. Deku judged him, beat his ass. He did ask him, "Do you know where Shiggy and off one is?" And he pretty much said, "Nigga, they set me free and told me go crazy." Like, I respect the energy. Like, look, I don't know what the hell they got going on. So Deku pretty much wins. He saves that Shindo nigga. Who gives a fuck about him?
Was he? He wasn't even. He's from another school, right? Because they met.
They met in the
provisional
license exam, and he had the earthquake ability. So, which it kind of helped Deku in a little bit.
It did.
But Deku probably would have won either way.
We probably never see him again after this chapter. So
he only in here because he made like top 10 in the popularity rankings.
So
is that the reason why Muscle was the recurrent villain? Because he probably won the villain popularity. Because you imagine it being like Gentle or somebody else coming.
It was. I'm sorry. If this was Gentle, Deku's put that nigga in the hurt lock. He put that nigga in the freaking stranglehold. Like, nigga, get the fuck up out of here, G. Like, please. But yeah, so
He
they
also showcased another ability. The smoke screen, I think, is what they
Yeah.
call it.
yeah, smoke screen.
Was this one of the niggas who was in timeout when he was in the dream world, or is it somebody else?
I think he was on timeout.
Yeah, I think it was one of the timeout niggas. Because I think they
okay.
revealed the abilities of the ones who was at the table talking.
Yeah.
But the timeout niggas, they're like, they never revealed their abilities or
It was like, oh, we
conversations.
ain't gonna tell you shit. But now I guess they were communicating with him. How long has, because this time skip is like, it's like similar to like Black Clover, right? Not that
It's
long.
not a long, like it's not even really as long as Black Clover. Like, compared to everything that has happened from the end of the battle to now, I think it's no more than a 2-month time skip.
Yeah, because class 1A has they graduate, not graduate, they moved up. So they're like class 2A now, right?
Yeah.
So however long that.
I'm like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about education right now. Like, gee.
Like, niggas that go help them, bro. All them niggas is trash, dog.
Big trash. So except two other niggas. So anyway, but that's the story for a different day. So Deku pretty much washes dude, gets him up out of here. But yeah, it was just a good showing Deku is capable of holding villains that he kind of had an issue with on his own. At 45%, I believe he's at now. I think he's only able to use 45% of all for one. So got that nigga clean up out there. Decent chapter though.
That was also a good the ending shot. He did the punch to muscle. That was also a really good draw. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I really like how Deku with his cowl, it's like black. Sclera, like how All Might's eyes are black. Like that. Yeah. That's pretty dope. Like I like his demeanor. I want more of this Deku. I'm all for it.
Any other thoughts on the chapter?
I mean, that's it. I mean, you hit everything else.
Do you guys want me to hit you guys with the summary spoilers?
Nah.
I already read it, so.
Oh, okay.
Summary spoilers? What?
It comes out tomorrow, so nah, I'm good.
All right.
For the My Hero joint? I read that. I read them too.
Oh, okay. But yeah,
because I didn't know how that shit goes. I thought I was late, but it turns out I just read them spoilers.
So, but shout out to My Hero. Really, it's been on a good run lately. So shout out to them. I mean, we're all about to we're on a hero track right now. But anyway, so off to what we've been to the most important shit, Invincible, and then we go to Tupac and Friends. So who wants to lead the Invincible discussion?
Hey Troy, you can do that.
Oh, so with the Invincible discussion, y'all niggas can knock me out whenever y'all want to. With the Invincible discussion, this episode I will say was the most
average
team episode ever.
I would say if there was a candidate for, and this is in no shape saying that this episode was bad or anything, but if there was a candidate for the worst episode of this,
because they 6 for 6.
Yeah.
They 6 for 6. It's just
this is 6.
This one was the lowest.
The lowest 6 out of all them 6s.
Yeah.
So this episode starts off with Mark coming out the hospital. You still, from last episode, you got to realize that the Viltrumite blood is way better than everybody else's. So he healed faster than everybody else, of course. He comes out. He realized that he's not the strongest, but he also realizes that, damn, I'm a teenager and I'm going through all this shit. I'm missing a lot of stuff. With that being said, he with his chick, and he told his chick, like, yo, I'm sorry for what's going on. You know, I couldn't explain. I got to help all my pops out and stuff like that. Still can't tell her he's a superhero yet, even though he looked exactly like Invincible. But
the glasses, man, Clark Kent.
There you go. But with that being the case, Invincible, you know, because his gay friend wanted to go to college to meet his boyfriend, or his prospective boyfriend,
his lover, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Who he
pedophile
wants
shit, by the way.
Well, it depends. Fuck, I can't believe I'm saying that. Are they third years?
I think they're.
Years?
I know they seniors.
Yeah, they're seniors.
Because that was a college trip.
I'll let it slide.
Okay, then that's. Yeah.
You let it slide.
So since it was a college trip, you know, I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think we was gonna see anything, you know, too wild and stuff like that.
No.
But you know, he do love his he do, you know, he liked that dude. This when we learned that like there's like a villain on the campus that eventually we know Invincible had to go through. But this whole episode was showing that it's nearly impossible for Invincible to be able to have a relationship with her and be able to hide his identity at the same time.
He has to tell her.
He has to tell her eventually. And with that being, you know, happened, there was the villain came through who made this one guy into like a monster and stuff like that. And, you know, she is very fearless for a chick in the show, right? But she, you know, trying to help people, things of that nature. I guess that's her niche, right? He, knowing that if he don't turn into Invincible, niggas gonna end up like gum on the sidewalk. So he turns into Invincible, but she end up like, and this is the part I really hate. And it's you know, and it's not meant for me to hate it as in an aspect of like bad writing and stuff, but it's meant to hate because it's annoying. Like that is very annoying on both ends as a viewer, and if you was to put yourself in Mark's shoes to not be able to control the narrative, not be able to control like, yo, I'm a superhero. I shouldn't be able to hide my identity, but I have to because that's superhero things, right? It put people in danger. But the moment all he gotta do is say, yes, I'm a superhero, and also my dad is Omni-Man. Fuck with me if you want to.
Because here's the thing.
It's absolutely.
Here's the thing though too, because like his best friend noticed him, right?
Immediately.
Immediately. And here's the thing, because presumably, I'm assuming that at this point, Amber and him have had sex. But if they haven't had sex, they've been very intimate with each other. So it's like, you know this nigga's features, right? How the fuck can't you tell that this nigga Invincible is Mark?
A part of me just feel like she knows. She just
it's the same thing with Clark cleaning his glasses. You know what I'm saying?
I do think that I think I kind of agree with you, Chris. I do think that she knows, and it's more of a test to see if he trusts her enough to like, hey, you know, because that's how she can tell that the relationship is serious. If he goes like, I'm Invincible, because she knows fucking suburban white girl. She knows that she's superhero.
Adam Eve, yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you like this, because Daytrail, you probably gonna talk about it. Fuck that storyline, bro.
Yeah, no.
Stupid.
What storyline we still talking about the whatchamacallit storyline?
Adam Eve storyline. I'm good on that shit, G. I'm sorry.
Yeah. There's a lot of things I'm good on. The story, I would say the storyline that I'm purposely is really I hate it because yes, I can't control the narrative of him not telling her that he's a superhero. Now, probably by the end of the show, like yes, and then you know it's about to be really a kick in the nuts. The moment he tells her she's gonna dump him, and that's gonna be a kick in the fucking nuts. I guarantee that's what's going to happen.
I like her too, bro. I don't want her. I don't want to hate her, man. I don't want to hate her.
So, like, I know that's going to happen. It's going to be a blue ball situation. That's just the way I go. I don't think she's a character in the comics anyway.
Oh, they made her?
I think they created her for the show. Like, it's a lot of things in the comics that's different from how the show
No, I think she's an actual character.
From what I was seeing, I didn't see her at all because I know that Eve is the main love interest for Invincible. But this is an animated adaptation, so we don't know if that's going to be the same case. They could probably
like The Boys, basically.
Huh?
It's like the Boys.
Yeah.
Situation.
This is a different. It's different because like that whole like Mark was able to do hero shit with the niggas that Omni-Man killed. He did hero shit with them before Omni-Man killed him. Like so it ain't the same. The same thing, like we found out what the fuck Immortal Man really is and why that's his name. He's fucking immortal, right? I don't think they're gonna say this in the show, but he's actually Abe fucking Lincoln. Like if you ever look at him, he looks like Abe Lincoln. He's that immortal that he's been around that fucking long that he was the president of the United States. Like that's immortal. He's Abe Lincoln.
Wow. Okay.
I'm still looking at this nigga like he literally watched slavery go on and didn't do shit about it. Okay.
Amber is a canon character Yeah, Ember is a canon
Fuck that
character.
nigga. But no, like he did shit with them. So like with the team and all that stuff, he was able to. Before he was with the team, he was with them before Omni-Man killed them. So that's what I mean. Like they're telling the story in a different way. Just like the alien guy that came and fought Mark. Now imagine I didn't spoil myself because even if they making it into like a different story, the only how I know that Mark was with the team because since I thought Immortal Man was dead, my dumb ass, and not really his name was fucking Immortal Man. I was like, okay, let me look at the Immortal Man character from the comics that he's based off of, and I realized that to bring him back to life is really really fucking easy. So with that being said, towards the end of the episode, the part of the episode which was not gonna like, I thought she was about to get her fucking thing.
Yeah, I was scared, bro.
You thought my man's gonna be like, hey man, fuck it.
Because here's the thing though, it's one of those situations where it's like it's a scary situation for dude who does it because Mark could easily punch this nigga in the space without batting an eye, and no one would do shit about it. And it's like, it was gonna make me fuck because I like Amber and Mark's dynamic. This is gonna make me go
it's a really good dynamic though.
Fuck her, go with Adam Eve. If that happened.
Yeah, it's a really good dynamic. Honestly, the way that she is, I just like her character. I like how she acts towards Mark. I like how really confident she is. I like how I like her character. I like how it's written. I like Adam Eve too. I like her character, very independent womanish. Her father deserves to get shot in the fucking head, and I can say that because she's a cartoon character.
Spoiled as shit though, dog.
Yeah.
She's like suburban witch white girl, bro. Like that whole part of the episode to me, I was rolling. I was like, you didn't buy me a Camaro for my 16th birthday, Dad. Fuck you.
I do really think her father should get shot in the fucking head. I will laugh if and when he died. I will laugh my ass off. Best believe I'll be smoking on that whatever her father name packed.
Well, she broken as I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Her powers, like I'm like, you are like really broken. Yeah. Like what the fuck?
Matter on a universal fucking level.
I'm like,
like anything she can manipulate. She controls atoms. So one, God was clearly playing favoritism because that's not a regular ass power.
Really that shit is tummy broken.
Secondly, like in terms of like character, they do a good job of still making. I would say the best thing about Invincible is doing a good job of making you want to watch the next episode. Mind you, if I was to watch this episode like regularly, like if I was binge watching Invincible, all the love quarrel shit I would skip. I hate it. I hate love quarrel shit, right? But when I mean, I don't mind like like say it's like Jimmy and what was the white chick name on Jimmy Neutron that they eventually end up liking each other?
Cindy.
Like I don't mind love quarrel like that. Like two mortal enemies realizing like, yo, you know what? Yeah, let's let's do it. But shit like this in which this all can be solved in with just 2 words, I hate it with a fucking passion. I can look. Imagine. Look. Hold on, y'all gotta laugh real quick. So I'm playing while I'm playing this game. While I'm doing the podcast, I'm playing. That fucking Play-Doh game, whatever it's called. Where you fight niggas, Game Beast. I'm literally not trying to win. I'm just trying to do draws the whole entire time. And all you hear is these niggas screaming, bro. You heard other characters like, man, you really gonna keep doing this shit? No, like, so I think Invincible is a really good show. Next week, I hope the plot picks up a little bit more. In terms of what's going on. Shout out to fucking Mark's mom about to get. I've been saying this all day. Shout out to Mark's mom about to get put in a tuna can. I don't know what Omni-Man is about to do to this.
They didn't show what he did because, this was some straight up I'm trying to think of like a villain that does this. But when Omni-Man took this nigga up on the rooftop and they was like, "Yeah, I brought some drinks," and it was just like, and they was drinking and stuff. He's like, "Hey, what's wrong?" Like he knew he fucked up and he knew Omni-Man was there, and it was just like one of them instances where it's like, I'm gonna chill with you. I'm gonna let you enjoy your little 5 minutes of life before I fucking utterly fucking murder you. So, but they didn't show it. They just showed him coming back home.
Yeah, I felt so sorry for Mark Hamill's character because after Mark Hamill found out that Omni-Man killed them niggas, he knew like, yeah, my day's number 4.
He said, "Why did I get involved?" He did not want to get involved.
He went from this to that, like in an instance. He was gone. But do you think he's gonna? I don't know, man. I don't think he gonna kill.
No, I don't think he's gonna kill his wife. If you kill his wife, Mark is gonna be like.
Mark is gonna be like,
and then it's too obvious. It's like, nigga, the fuck, your wife just died.
Be like, why'd you kill my mom? Oh, she found out about something, and it had something to do with you. All right, I'm on your ass.
So I would like to say this: we approaching on 2 episodes left, right? I think we 2 episodes left, right?
Yeah, 2 episodes.
2 episodes left. As the 4 niggas in the podcast, except for DC, because he don't watch it, unfortunately. He should start, though. Start watching it. It's very fucking good. It's like really.
I'm gonna watch it.
We're capping on. This is like really fucking good. I even put Cousin on it. I had to make him watch it, though. What would be the biggest prediction that you and Chris have for the season finale?
I want to say season finale is essentially, I want to say Mark finding out that his dad killed the Guardians, I think. Either that or Omni-Man does something fucking wild. I'm talking about like the current people who are like the Guardians. He just storms their base, just fucking kills all of them again, and then like the series just ends like that.
I say I agree with you. I say they find out Omni-Man killed the Guardians. I say Omni-Man snitch on himself and say he killed the Guardians.
What y'all gonna do about it?
What the fuck y'all gonna do about it? And, we found out. I think Omni-Man will be a different shade of great character. I don't think he will be naturally evil. I think he would definitely be a different shade of great character. Not necessarily like what's his name, Booker from The Boys. Definitely not like in his aspect. I think Omni-Man has his own, like the different type of evils. Like when it comes to chaotic neutral and
chaotic. Yeah.
I think he will have that type of like character when it comes to what he says. It's inherently right. Like what he says is inherently right, but the way he goes about it is wrong. Right. I think he's trying to show Mark that the hero that he's trying to be is not the hero that this earth needs. Well, technically it is, but it's not the way to save the way this earth is. Yeah. The heroes that they do it for selfish reasons and things like that. Reason why he killed them niggas. I do believe he'll probably have like some anger problem. And then there would be a redemption arc for Omni-Man. Because I don't think this is a situation when Mark kills his father, Mark continues.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Something being bad. I don't think Mark ever kills his father. I think someone else kills his father. But I think Mark will understand the different dynamics of being a hero. I don't think he'll become edgy Mark or anything like that. But I do think at the end of this show, it will show that the hero that Mark was trying to be is not necessarily the hero that this world necessarily needs or wants. But yeah, what you think, Chris? What you think the season finale? I ain't letting you go.
So based off, because this thing, I think the end of this week's episode kind of said a lot. Why the fuck, for one, they're trying to bring Immortal back. So, for one, why the fuck is there Reddit instructions?
Immortal is gonna get killed again.
But still, hold on, hear me out though. For one, I found it funny that the instructions was on Reddit. How to bring him back to life.
Yeah, how to bring him back to life.
Like, why is this on Reddit? But yeah, so for me, before Immortal gets packed up again, because for one, the brawler, the Run the Jewel twins, that's what I'm calling them, the Run the Jewel twins. Each time they pop up, Run the Jewels got to play. They pretty much play a role in breaking them back.
You gonna snitch on Omni-Man?
He's gonna immediately snitch or probably sit to say, "Where the fuck is Omni-Man?" when he comes back. We're going to get something out of that.
What if he don't remember? What if he got like amnesia or some shit?
That would be a huge twist.
Because the nigga is Abe fucking Lincoln. Like, what if he got like amnesia?
I don't remember. He gonna sit there and be like, "What's this jungle music playing?" That's a big L. He gonna sit there and be like, "Yo, what's this jungle music playing when you guys do anything?"
And we still have two plots that I don't know how they're gonna resolve in 2 episodes. We have the Martian plot when that thing came to Earth.
Oh yeah.
And we also have Robots plot in which he's trying to revive some person.
You know, not even that. We still have another plot.
What?
The fucking Egyptian thing.
Oh yeah, the thing.
Oh shit! It's too.
What the? They just brought that up in one episode and never mentioned it again.
Like, geez, like, look. At this point, we know we'll get this. They'll be end of the season. Like they just set up hella plot points. But my main thing is, I think the main thing that's going to wrap this season up is we're going to learn that Omni-Man did it. But I think Immortal plays a role in that. Now, what happens after that? That's a whole different story. But I know Immortal's going to play a huge part in us knowing that Omni-Man fucked everybody up. Because niggas Immortal for a reason. And it's just, you don't tease Ace back with the Run the Jewel twins for a reason. So, that's my main thing. And also, I think Mark loses Black Shorty. But that's his L.
Yeah, I think that's a collision course, dog. It is going to hurt so fucking much.
It's a huge
I love that relationship.
I mean, but it be that way.
If he does end up with Adam Eve, I wouldn't be too mad because although I don't really like her plot line, I like her as a character and her powers are fucking broken as shit. So it's like I wouldn't mind. But
and they don't make her, they do her really good in not being fucking annoying.
Like, she's not annoying. She's definitely not annoying.
She's just like, because you think about it, heroines in some shows, like especially when it's like, when you think about it, like say for instance, let's look at Teen Titans, so to speak. Robin finally getting Starfire took like fucking 14 episodes, and that shit got annoying, right? Or like Terra with the Beast Boy cut.
Oh my god!
I wanted to shoot somebody, bro.
That shit was so fucking annoying.
I wanted to shoot somebody, so it's not like that. I like it's collision course, right? It was made from the heavens that them two probably go out and have some oddly retarded, super strong baby or some shit, right? But
you think they go kill off Amber?
No,
I don't know.
I doubt it.
I feel like if there's gonna be an
nobody's safe on here, but I wouldn't be shocked.
I would say if there's like anything that like if we get something that like pushes Mark towards the edge, it would be like
it's definitely killing Amber.
Killing Amber.
I think Amber is also his last like hint of humanity, because he ain't from the way Amber is the only thing that's keeping him realizing that fuck, I am a teenager that's about to get out of high school and shit like that. The only time we get Mark's like teen saga or slice of life part is when he's with Amber in fucking high school. And the moment she dies, it's like, what's the point? That's the only reason the niggas still go to school is to go see her. And so, yeah. I know y'all got other shit to talk about, so I ended the Invincible is 6 for 6. This shit is rare, okay? Let me fucking tell you, that shit's rare. Like, we can talk about great episodes of everything, right? There's sometimes when you look back on shows, you be like, all right, Invincible 6 for 6. Now, I ain't watched I'm Tupac show, so I can't comment on that. The Boys is very good from front to back too. It's a very small list of shows that, not counting anime, like, live action shows that everybody had access to and not some quirky like type thing, right? Very, 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 very slim that you watch something from front to back and be like, damn, there ain't shit wrong with it, right? Fuck everybody that say, oh, Mark just keep getting his ass beat. The nigga was a superhero for 3 months.
No, he got no hands.
Just thought that had
That's
a
my only
fly.
gripe. He got no hands, but I respect it. I respect the
He
fact that he
has
don't.
no hands.
He has
The hands
zero,
I know. There's no hands.
zero hands.
There's zero
But
fucking
yeah.
hands. But
None.
he's just now being a superhero. Let me say if I got super strength right now. I got hands on a fucking mortal level, like as a person, right? As a fucking person. But like put me in a ring with a professional fighter, ass beat. Put me in a ring with another fucking superhero, dead. Nigga, put me in a ring with somebody who can take more than 5 punches. I'll probably be there for a minute. So like,
But if you got super strength, it's kind of like one of those things. Like, why do I need to learn how to throw hands? Because if I punch,
I can just punch a nigga to death. And then,
I'll punch him once, and his fucking guts is on the
like
floor.
everybody not a battle beast. Everybody ain't a battle beast, man. Everybody ain't gonna come on the scene.
Hey, that's a different discussion. Let's get ready. Just go ahead and move
Time, folks. Let's do it.
Let's get ready to move on because that's a different discussion. That's a different discussion. But it's time to talk about Tupac and Winter Soldier.
check it out, motherfucker. I'm Tupac.
As always, we gotta respect
No,
the
he
greatness
Captain
that
America,
is.
boy.
Hey, he's about to be Cap, man, but he's still Tupac in our hearts. All right, so Ken Wood tag team. I talked about the beginning because that beginning slap. So
Tupac and Winter Soldier is 5 for 5.
yeah, 5 for 5. 5 for 5. It's really tough to even rank them in order, but that's a different discussion for a different day. So, episode opened up with pretty much it re-showed Captain Maga pretty much saying, "Look, man, I gotta kill folks. He killed my nigga. Killed my nigga.
It wasn't
me. The dude was really like, it wasn't me. It wasn't my fault, but it was
That's
your
the
fault.
shittiest last
You
words
played a
you
role
had.
in it. Like it's really fucked up because like the thing is, Carly took the mask off. You didn't see Carly run after that. G like, but
He
who
didn't
cares?
care. He's
He did
Captain
not care.
Maga, bro.
He's like,
They
look,
all
somebody.
they all illegal alien immigrants, bro. They all need to get their
He
ass.
said
beat,
everybody
bro.
the same. So okay, it's like whatever. So they show him running to some little warehouse or whatever, and Falcon and Bucky found him in no time. They're like, "Hey, G, check it out. It was the shield. We gotta take you in." He was like, "Oh man, ain't none
Nah,
of
you
that,
got to
G.
take the shield back from me.
Y'all ain't gonna take this shield. I ain't going nowhere. I'm innocent. I did justice. It was justice to him." So they had probably a really freaking amazing fight scene. Really great fight scene.
I'll say this. This show is convincing me more and more that Falcon without the super soldier is cold.
Mm-hmm.
I would say like if he
Yeah.
gets it, he's going because this man was doing backflips. I'm looking at the fight
Yeah.
like this man is going toe to toe with a super soldier, bro. I'm like, I'm fucking
Holding
with
his
this
own.
nigga, bro. Fucking
Just
with
hold-
I got a question to ask y'all when y'all done. Since I haven't watched every episode, I'm aware of what's going on, to tell you the truth, because Twitter loves watching spoiling.
Twitter
I got no
don't care.
problem with it, because I think it's still a watch if you get spoiled, not like every Marvel movie. But when y'all done reviewing it, I got a question to ask y'all.
So really great
I
fight
got
scene.
one qualm with that fight though.
Go
I have
ahead.
one issue with that fight. When John Walker threw Bucky into that wall and his vibranium arm started short circuiting, that pissed me off.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
didn't make no sense to
That's
me.
fucking vibranium, bro. Like
Yeah,
what the
that's-
hell?
That
That
shit
made
happened.
no sense. It'd be one thing if it like fell off. Okay,
Mhm.
cool. Because he could
metal
just
on Earth gets pushed to get some cardboard boxes.
like that blew me. But John Walker was holding his own against these. He was fighting
I
to
respect
kill.
him.
He was fighting
Because
to
the
kill while they're fighting to take down,
You know,
incapacitate.
Because the thing is like he has a super soldier serum, but he's a fucking soldier
Yeah,
with like
so-
years of military experience, so he know how to throw hands.
yeah. So like I'm not surprised that he was fighting to kill compared to they were just fighting to incapacitate. But G, he did his thing. G, when he was like, "Look, give me these wings. Hey, fuck you, Bucky, get you up out of here, G." Like he was not going. He was not going at all. So like for the tag team move to get him up out of there was really dope.
Oh yeah.
when they broke his arm,
Oh
that was
yeah.
sick.
Ooh.
That shit
At
was
first, I'm gonna
like,
say, Ooh.
Oh my god. Damn,
They're
Marvel.
like, look, man, we're gonna take the shield off, but we gotta break that arm first, and then knock them the
You
fuck
sure
out.
I was like, you sure this is TV 14 and up?
Ain't no more. It's on Disney Plus. We could do a
They didn't
little
even
bit
pan
more.
out. Like they showed it like snap.
Yeah, they showed
Exactly.
the whole thing.
Like even I cringed. I was like, ooh.
I had to feel my arm after that. Like, damn.
I'm like, look, my bad shoulder was just like, see, that could have been you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was like, damn. They went above and beyond to get the folks up out of here. So they won. Bucky picked up the shield, he threw it at Sam, was like,
Your fucking
"Take this
responsibility,
shield,
boy.
nigga. You take this motherfucking shield, nigga.
This shit, or else I'm gonna beat your ass,
It's
nigga.
yours. Now we're gonna move on. We're gonna get the fuck up out of here. We're gonna move the hell on. So I think after that it went straight to him being to court, right? John Walker went to court, right? That was the next scene.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, to court.
this is by far one of the funniest scenes. So pretty much this is pure MAGA at its finest. Imagine the Proud Boys in court for storming the Capitol. This is probably how it looks. So they were like, "Hey, look, one, you caused an international incident. You committed murder." They're like, "Nigga, he's a terrorist," or something like that. He like, "We don't care." We kept just talking. So we gotta take the title Captain America up off you. Plus, we need that shield. That nigga was mad as shit. He wanted to beat everybody's ass at this point. Tell him everybody's a villain at this point. He's the good guy. Pure white patriarch at his finest. Funniest part was his black wife just sitting there looking like, I need to get the fuck up out of here.
Is she black? I thought she was like Latino. She
look biracial.
She's biracial. Yeah, but she's definitely black. Like the black features are there. So she's just sitting there looking like, yo, what the fuck? So they pretty much say, you're not Captain America no more. Give us that shield. Like, nigga, I don't even know where that shield at this point. So he leaves. Then they pretty much reveal a very important character. That the funny thing is, all the delays of Black Widow delayed this character reveal.
Okay, so this is for the I don't read comics. I'm not like you fucking basement dweller nerds. I don't know who the fuck this is. So like, explain who the fuck this is.
So, God damn it, let me make sure I pronounce, because her.
I know her name. I know what her role is.
Yeah, DC.
I'm assuming, right? This is context. I'm assuming she had something to do with him becoming U.S. agent. Is that correct?
Yes, she's more like a undercover Shield type. She runs around Shield, Hydra, those circles.
Triple agent.
DC, you could break her character down real quick.
I only know like snippets, but I do know she's basically like, you know how like she's not a Thunderbolt, but you know how like the Thunderbolts are like Marvel's Suicide Squad type of thing. Like she's got her hand, she's got her hand in a lot of like anti-hero storylines and military grade like stuff. Like she's always working for somebody. Because the last time I checked, she was like a triple agent. She worked for Hydra, but then for Shield, then Hydra. It's like she keeps flipping back and forth between. But she's a deep cut though. Like I didn't really.
Yeah, I'm a lot of people who like fuck with the comics. I'm familiar with her because it was a comic I read that she was involved in. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? But that's why I was surprised they actually involved her, because I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I think she was on one of the Marvel games for some odd reason. But she's pretty much plays a role in the U.S. agent role. But when she appeared, and she's playing as Elaine from Seinfeld, so those people who love Seinfeld,
I noticed that. Like I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
I'm like, and the fact she's playing a serious character was hilarious. I thought Datro's reaction.
That was Elaine from. That was Il Dreyfus, Mr. Dreyfus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, bro, that's a kid. I want to fuck her, bro. Like, it's a fucking kid, bro.
Hey, man.
I don't care how they portray Elaine, bro. I want to give her straight Schmeat on God. Straight Schmeat. My bad, Joe.
Yo. But yeah, like I can't cap it. Lane is one of the quality milk.
No
You
bunnies,
gotta
you know
give
what
her
I'm saying? No
respect.
bunnies.
But yeah, so she pretty much walks up to Winter. I'm gonna call this nigga Winter. So Paul Walker. I'm gonna call the nigga Paul Walker. John Walker, and said, "Hey,
Watching too many fast
look, you
nine
ain't do
trailers,
nothing
bro.
wrong to me. You good. One of the best things you did was take that super soldier serum." One, his wife is just sitting there like, acknowledge me, motherfucker. This is why I knew she was a black woman, because black women sit there and be like,
She's like,
acknowledge me.
who are you? Like,
Who are
she's
you
like,
and acknowledge me? That's what. If there's one thing I know about black women and you in a relationship or any type of relationship with them, if somebody walks up to their man and they don't acknowledge themselves, it's a problem. So I'm just keeping it real
and
in
if
that
the man
aspect.
doesn't say anything in regards to that issue, double problem.
Yeah, it's a huge problem. So, but yeah, so that little interaction was hilarious. But she was pretty much saying like, "Hey, look, it's certain parts of the government they doing what they supposed to do for public reasons, but to me, you good. I'm just letting you know, like, gonna keep in touch.
I mean,
Shout
you
out you
this
taking
card,
that,
you know what I'm
and
saying?
don't worry about that damn shield. Fuck that shield. You good in our eyes." So that was a huge moment for a lot of people who are like, especially if you like huge in Marvel fandom. That's a huge moment, especially walking to him
Oh
becoming.
my god! I was just
Yeah,
staring at the screen like,
I was
oh.
disappointed because the Marvel writers need to shut the hell up because they said, "Oh, this is a character."
yeah.
that won't
They
appear with
said it was a
Thor."
huge reveal, but like for me,
Oh,
I was supposed.
they
That was
did.
they did say that it was a huge reveal.
Yeah, that was for this episode. They were like,
Well,
"Oh,
the huge reveal is the fact that it's played by the actress.
Yeah, to me, it's more the actor
That
than
was
anything, because
it was
like,
the acting thing. It's like, hey guys, hey, millennials and demographics over the age of the 2000 period. You definitely remember watching Elaine from Seinfeld, right? Right? No, you don't know what Seinfeld is, but this is a huge reveal.
yeah. So, but either way, it's just funny that that she was revealed on here and not on Black Widow movie like she was supposed to. But that's
Another
Marvel's
L
fault.
for that movie.
Huge L. So,
yeah, wrap it up."
but yeah, they'll probably put more around her character on there now, I guess. So who cares? But moving on. But yeah, so he walked away. Walker and his wife sitting there like, "Yo, what the fuck? The car is blank." So, but that's a huge tease into U.S. Agent is near. Uh, Cam, you can take over from here because this is when the happy-go-lucky part of the episode began.
Oh yeah.
No, but before that, we cut to Zemo. He's at
Nigga thought it
the
was sweet.
this part of the episode is fucking hilarious too.
Nigga thought it was
And
sweet.
Zemo is at the graveyard of the Sokovia the Sokovia incident that happened in Age of Ultron, and Winter Soldier walks up to him. He's like, "Yeah, you know what I'm saying, broski. You know, they're basically talking about what to do about Carly." He's like, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna keep it I'm gonna keep it a buck G with you, bro. You have to kill this bitch." Because ain't no negotiating with her now. She's gonna keep escalating, and it's all because of the serum. So I'm just letting you know, kill her. And he's like, Bucky's like, "Nah, we gonna do this our way." Why? And then he, listen, I got the blick on me on my kids. Nigga, it's time for your ass to go. I'm gonna pop your bitch ass. And he like, "Hey man, what you gotta do? You know, fuck, bitch." So Bucky pulls the trigger. So nothing happens, and he reveals that like lets the bullets die, and then you just see Wakanda stroll up like,
Dora
hey.
Maji. Dora Maji.
Dormaji like, got your little bitch ass, bro, and then he like, ladies, what's up? You know what I'm saying about your king, you know what I mean? Like, no hard feelings, right? It's like, nah, we taking your ass, and you go basically be locked up for the rest of your fucking life. So we was go kill your ass, but you lucky this nigga Bucky. You lucky the White Wolf put in a good word for your little bitch ass. We gonna put you away, and we gonna keep you there for potential cameo sequels in a Thunderbolt if we ever decide to do it. So they take him away to the aircraft. And then this is when we cut to Sam basically goes back home No. Before he goes back
The
home,
other one,
he goes
He
to
sees Isaiah
visit
Bradley.
Isaiah Bradley. This one we get the best scene out of this entire freaking show so far.
Heavy.
This was
These buck dancing niggas. These niggas plantation niggas.
This was a scene that was written by black people. I refuse to believe that this scene was not fucking written by a black person, or at least the script doctor was black and was like, change this shit. So he goes to visit. He goes to Baltimore. Baltimore, right?
Yeah, Baltimore.
He goes to Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Land of the fucking fake ass accents. And he's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm here to get visit your granddad. Where he at? He in the back. I'll be down there. I'll be back there, lady. Like, I don't get no fuck, nigga. Play basketball with your hooping hopping ass. So he goes to the back, and I'm you know, this isn't the dialogue. I'm just spicing it up a little bit for content purposes. So he goes back. He has the shield. Isaiah like, okay, here come Mr. Soldier Coon. What you want, nigga? And so Isaiah, he's like, listen, man, I came to talk to you about like what really happened. Like, I need to understand. Like he's about to take the shit. He's like, bro, don't you zip open that fucking shield, nigga. I don't want to see that shit.
Bro, he was about to literally hang. I want to say hang. He was going to really murder that man where he stood if he brought that shield out.
He said, boy, don't you bring out them stars and stripes, boy. So basically they're talking. He's like, he basically says that the reason that he was thrown into jail was because of Captain America. Falcon's like, no, that's not it. And he's like, I used to be like you know what I'm saying? Following their orders and blah, 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 blah. But you see what they did to me. So they go into the house and then basically really clever dialogue, right? But this isn't like in your face, like, you know, this is how black people have been treated in America. It was more so like, yeah, like if you were black, this is one of them scenes that like, you were shaking your head a lot and going like, yep, But if you weren't black and you didn't understand, it was one of those things you can go like, okay, I can see that. But that scene did make me mad at white people, like about like the rest of the day. Like I didn't want to see no white people after that. Luckily, I did all my shopping before then. I was gonna be mad as hell going to downtown.
Yeah, GTA 5, man.
But I was mad as hell at white people after that. So this is one of them things like when I got done from seeing Selma or Black Judas and the Messiah. Like it's one of them things where like you just don't want to see or talk to white people. That's what this scene did to me. So it's basically revealed that, you know, it's revealed in detail that basically the U.S. government erased Bradley's existence from history, right? Like he couldn't see. His wife thought he was dead. She was like sending him letters that he couldn't read. And then basically the operation that basically landed him in jail for 30 years is essentially they experimented on this shit fucked me up. They said that they experimented with the super soldier serum and they said they called it tetanus. I was like, bro. I was like, yo. I was like, dog. Fucked up shit. But they basically experimented with them on the super soldier serum. They classified it as tetanus. They didn't tell him what the shot did. And basically he saw that like a lot of his comrades, he didn't say what race his comrades was, but we knew that they was all black. It was a black squad. They experimented with the super soldier serum. Some of them died, some of them lived, some of them lost their minds and shit like that. And he was one of the successful ones. So essentially they all ended up getting caught in a POW camp. He was saying that like, yeah, they said that like let's blow up the camp. We kill the enemies and we keep the existence of the super soldier serum a secret. So Isaiah was like, listen, I'm gonna go. It's against military rules, blah blah blah, but I'm gonna go and save you. I'm gonna save my brothers. So he ends up saving them, but he says like they died shortly after, and as a result of that, because he did that operation, they found out that the super soldier serum test was successful with him specifically. So they took him in and they started doing a bunch of inhumane tests and stuff. He showed Sam some of the permanent scars that left on his body. and he was saying stuff, and then like he ends the conversation going um, like yeah, you really think? And he was like, oh, let's bring like Sam's like, let's bring this out to light, like let's tell people your story. He like, the instant you do that, they go kill me. Like leave me dead. I don't want nothing to do with them stars and stripes no more. And he basically says like, listen, the blonde hair, blue eyes, that's their Captain America. He was like, do you ever think that they'll accept a black Captain America? And then he says, no self-respecting black man would ever be Captain America.
Mm.
I was like,
You said pretty much,
I
nigga,
mean-
be a coon if you want to.
I mean, like that. But the message of this kind of arc with Sam's character was the multitude of perspectives, right? You got Isaiah's perspective of like, fuck them. Like this is what they did to me. This is the pain they caused me. They fucked my entire life up, in order to build this white nigga up. Fuck them. Fuck America. Fuck that shield. Fuck Captain America. I don't want nothing to do with y'all. So that was one perspective that Sam had as far as like, should he carry on the legacy of the shield? So then he goes home and he's talking to his sister. Tells his sister about the story. And then his sister goes like, I decided, I can't sell the boat. The boat is basically fucking destroyed. Can't sell that shit. Sam goes like, listen, how many people have our mom and dad helped around the community? It's time to call up some favors. So basically we get a big ass montage of, the black community coming together to help, restore this boat. Bucky comes in.
Oh yeah.
Bucky comes in and basically delivers him something that he got from Wakanda. We don't know presumably it's a suit, but we don't know what's in there until next week. But it basically Bucky says to help Sam out. During that time, he has an interaction with Sam's sister when he like, hey, and then she kind of checking him out too, like, hey, what's up? Bucky had a taste of like what it's like when he was the White Wolf in Wakanda. He like, listen, these white women don't do it.
They're these sisters, man.
I grew up in a time where they was calling you monkeys and niggas and all this other stuff. But I know now, bro, y'all the true queens. I'm trying to get a slice of that. I don't care if you had a husband. Or Winter Soldier. That's super soldier dick. Can't beat that.
Yeah, you peep how like at the beginning of the series he was disinterested with that Asian chick, but he's like Mac Daddy.
Yeah, because he was like
swear.
he went through the motion with that dick because it was like, yeah, this old man set me up. I guess I'll go through it. But now he like,
Hey,
Sam was like, dog, don't talk to my sister like that. And he like, know what I'm saying? Like,
look, man, she
you know what I'm
checking
saying?
me
If
out,
it
man. I
happens,
check
it
him
happens,
out,
you
bro.
feel me?
You gonna call me
So
freaking
Bucky down for
stepbrother,
the
nigga?
swirl, bro. I respect that shit, because Sam's sister, the actress who plays her,
Yeah.
Millennium Queen right there.
Manny. So basically, throughout that, they're talking about how to deal with Carly because essentially they've been grounded. The government has been basically they're basically waiting for something to happen. And while they're doing that, they're helping out with the boat. So we cut to another scene in the park. They're in it's the Carly and her group are in New York, and this is basically they're setting up the finale. Of course, it's taking place in New York because why wouldn't it take place?
Because how many times has MCU not destroyed New York?
I think they just got a deal with New York where they just get a check every time something happens in New York. So they
Like, can we CGI destroy these buildings for you guys?
So basically, they meet with I don't know who this is, some dude, a part of some gang, but he basically delivers them some weapons.
Oh, that's the dude from
That was dude from the first episode. Remember
Yeah.
when Falcon beat up?
Oh, you said he's in the Winter Soldier movie too, DT?
Yeah, he's at the beginning where him and Cap fight on that boat, and then Cap took his helmet off and threw the shield, and then he kicked him.
Bro, that's why you on this podcast, DC, because you remember shit like that.
Because that's MMA fight. That's George St. Pierre. So I remember.
I knew he looked familiar too. I'm like, ain't that GSP?
Man, I don't know that shit. But he comes and he's like, hey, look, we got some weapons. Carly's basically because one of her minions who's kind of been on this side of hey, let's not do all this terrorist shit, right? He kind of has this side where yo, you may be going a little bit too far, but Carly's like, fuck it. Violence is the only thing they understand. let's do this stuff. She does like a whistle. She does this thing that like if y'all seen John Wick 2 at the end of John Wick 2, John Wick is walking through the like this is when he like commits the sin of killing somebody in the assassin hotels. He's been excommunicated. So it shows the scene of him walking through the park and they're like he's like, "Hey, I'll give you 5 minutes to run away, John Wick." He puts his phone out and he sends a text. And you see a whole bunch of people around the park stop, look at their phones, and then they look at John Wick like, "Yeah, you got a bounty on your head, nigga. Better start running." It's like one of those things where like in this scene where she kind of like looks at her phone. Everybody's around the park is looking at her phone. They're members of her squad, and then she does a whistle. They all start coming, and then we cut back to so basically all throughout this we get a really good dialogue with Sam and Winter Soldier. They're like playing tag with Captain America's shield for some reason. And they have a nice exchange of dialogue where he goes like Sam goes like I talked to Isaiah, like this shit is fucked up. And Winter Soldier goes like, "Hey, I realize now what you meant when you said about like giving the shield away. I didn't realize the significance of a black man being Captain America." Really good dialogue. So they do that. There's also another scene where he talks to his sister and he's like, are you gonna let what Isaiah says, determine whether or not you should take on the mantle of Captain America? And he says a really good, I don't know, I'm not gonna say it verbatim because I don't remember, but it's a really good dialogue where he's like, it would be an insult to the pain and the suffering that he's experienced if I were to give up the fight now. Really good dialogue. So that's what pushes him to. We get a really nice montage of him like throwing this shield around and
training.
Like training to become Captain America. Yeah. Really good shit. I know like we'll call y'all the Proud Boys of the comic book industry. Y'all still pissed off because y'all don't want this nigga. This Captain America it can't be fucking. Why can't you guys just make a new fucking character, bro? Why y'all always gotta fucking switch the race up? Captain America is Steve Rogers, not fucking this I mean, damn. But to me at this point, if you were to ask me, I think even with my black man bias, he has more than earned the mantle of Captain America. I don't care what anybody says. Through his training, you see how serious he is about how becoming Captain America. We cut to a scene where they call them the GFC or something.
Yeah, the GFC. Yeah, the global
GRC.
Yeah, JRC.
They're having a vote to determine what they're gonna do with the immigrants who were during the blimp and shit. And they're arguing about like resources and blah blah blah. And this one nigga goes like, the main dude is like, "Oh, we got troops outside, so who cares? We can do whatever I want." Because the guy who gave Carly the grenades was saying like, "I don't care what y'all do, but I want to kill that nigga." So he's like, "Yeah, fuck it, let's just do what we want to do. We got the troops to do it." They get hacked, and basically that's where the final battle is going to be taken. We cut to a scene where Sam is, opening up the case that Bucky got from the Wakandans. I'm very curious to how this suit is going to look because it's basically made of vibranium. Because I think that like this will kind of excuse Sam not having the super soldier serum. Is that the fact that he has this OP ass vibranium suit? I'm very curious how the suit is going to look. And then there's an after credit scene that shows John Walker
making a shield out of aluminum.
Making a shield
out of aluminum and copper.
Yeah, I don't know how far that's gonna get him, but big ups to he's putting like his medals and shit, his honorary medals on the shield and stuff like that. I don't know how that far that's gonna get him, but shout out to him. But yeah, this is a fucking amazing episode. The dialogue between Sam and Isaiah were the highlight of this episode, and I enjoyed it.
I agree. Even though there wasn't a lot of action, like the action was at the beginning, this episode was amazing. Just pure dialogue all the way through. From even the Zemo and Bucky talk That was amazing, all the way down to through and through. The dialogue is amazing for this episode. It's interesting. You know how they said that they took out the virus storyline from this TV show, but
because the COVID.
yeah, so that there's like loose storylines and it's kind of put together. It doesn't feel like that. This feels so cohesive.
Yeah.
So all those people that are complaining about that, shut the hell up. You don't want that COVID storyline because
Who
I
cares?
don't really care for it.
You got it in real life.
Y'all don't even care about COVID. How do you care? How you care about this?
Exactly.
Right.
So
Y'all niggas don't want to wear a mask, but y'all care about it in the storyline.
shut up. Like it's really good. So all the shit talkers, y'all just racist. It is what it is. Just deal with it. Look in the mirror and just accept it, like John Walker did. But I really love the scene with John. I like John Walker as a villain. The scene where he walked up to Battlestar's family, he straight up lied to them.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That was
scene.
the person
Yeah.
that killed.
He straight up lied to me like, "Oh, is that the guy that killed our son?" He's like,
Yeah,
"Yeah."
yeah.
that
I
was
wouldn't.
him.
I wouldn't let that guy who killed your son walk away. Like, come on, guys.
Bro, I think he did all that just to get a hug, bro. That's all he wanted.
Yo, G,
he wanted to be
G,
embraced.
he gave
Lie to
that
these
Tupac
niggas real
hug from
quick.
Juice. That was the Tupac hug from Juice.
Man. Oh yeah, that it. That was. But for the Falcon stuff at the end, I agree with Cam. I think this episode showed us he doesn't need the serum because he fought John Walker on even terms, even though he didn't have a. I mean, his suit got ripped up, but I think with the vibranium wings and the vibranium suit, that'll put him on par with super soldiers because, like, they showed us in Black Panther that absorbs bullet fire, it can shoot out like kinetic energy.
Yeah.
He can take hits, so he doesn't need it anymore. That suits more than I'm happy with it. But that's it for me.
Yeah, good episode. Because most of this episode is really much dialogue and setup for like the finale, and there was not a moment where I sat there and was like, I don't care about none of this, which shows how good the dialogue is. Because I was just like, even the fix the ship compilation, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, okay, cool, neat. Because the dialogue within it was meaningful. It was like, it kept you engaged. So, shout out to, this was like a really, I'm giving more credit to the script writers and plus the actors themselves for really like carrying it. The Isaiah Bradley moment was really good. I just really respect the fact that he told that man, like, look, G, I saved my homies and they still treated me like a nigga.
So you don that mantle, you a coon.
Literally, G, like, he was like,
If you are a coon, super coon, Negro in training, jump off.
he was not going, G. He was not going. My man was not going for none of that shit. He was like, look, you can go ahead and take that mantle. I don't care. So, like, all of that led to a really great episode, great setup for next week, because literally we're probably going to get 10 minutes of talking overall for the episode. There's going to be nothing but hands,
I need to see
action,
what that
and
suit
explosion.
looks like.
You said what?
I need to see what that suit looks
Yeah,
like.
the suit set up, like, we're hyped for the suit. I'm curious on how the aluminum foil outfit, Proud Boy fit that U.S. agent gonna pull up in. Because the aluminum foil copper shield is gonna have me in tears when he pops up.
Fucking Sam is gonna be like, things go snapping.
Sam pull up in vibranium. That nigga gonna pull up in some shit his wife help him make. G,
You know,
Man.
okay, so y'all know them the when they take the themes and then they do like the little kazoos, like the doo doo dee dee, to show out like it's a bootleg or messed up verse. They gonna play the kazoo version of the Avengers theme, but this nigga rolls the
that'll have me in
that-
tears.
You know that sound effect where you get like a sheet of metal and it like wobbles in the wind? You're gonna hear that throughout the whole fight scene. Shit gonna be, he gonna throw it, it's gonna like the air current gonna take it off to the next side.
he gonna throw it like he gonna try to throw it and get it back. That shit gonna go.
We're gonna go. It's gonna hit the wall and just gonna fall. I'm like, oh. Like,
What that nigga think he doing with that dinky ass shield?
yo, the flag smasher's gonna be like, yo, what you on, fam? Like, G, what you
Like,
doing?
bro, you better be lucky as hell you got that super soldier serum, bro, because if you didn't have that, we'd be fucking laughing at your ass, dog.
Like, G, that would be hilarious as hell, G. They just made that nigga out to be a troll, but I doubt it. But I'm just curious on how U.S. Agent gonna pull up to the scene. Like, I'm hyped for everything for that's gonna be next episode because they're going full force with the action on next week's episode. Shout out to the budget in terms of that. But yeah, so I think that's it for Tupac and Winter Soldier.
Detroit, you said you had a question for us?
Oh yeah, Detroit, you did.
Y'all low key answered that shit throughout the podcast. It don't even matter no more.
What was the question?
What was the question?
So I was gonna ask y'all. Hold on, let me mute the party. I was gonna ask y'all about like the dialogue between Sam and
Isaiah,
Bucky when they was throwing the shield.
Oh, that.
Right on Twitter came up on some dude like this was the most obnoxious scene ever that didn't need to be added. And I was just gonna ask y'all. You know, of course it's racist, but do you think in the terms of this show was they pandering like to racism and stuff? Because some people was like, why would Captain America ever talk to Bucky about racism? The people that was defending this shit, they were like, this nigga should have talked to Bucky because it was like the nigga grew up Jim Crow, my nigga. Like this shit is like, but y'all don't really have to talk about it because we, podcast reasons. Yeah. But that was the reason y'all answered the shit. It was just, pseudo racist people on Twitter trying to act their best not to be racist.
Doing their most and shit.
Proud boy comic readers.
Just exactly. just like because like it's so weird that it's like, okay, Woman Thor, they doing it for bringing more women into the comic books, right? I can't because it's very hard to show when comic books are just straight pandering, right? Oh, the Super Women show when they got like Captain Marvel and not Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel and all them type of motherfuckers in there and shit like that. Straight pandering. But this not even just pandering, bro. Like this shit got sources in it. Like when it comes to like the comic book. And Stan Lee always would tell like a lot of his comics is about oppression of different races and shit like that. So why? Like it's just so fucking weird, bro. What people were saying on the internet, mostly white people.
Yeah, they don't want to see a black Captain America. Basically, what they saying.
Yeah, pretty much. So
that was it.
Yeah, fuck them Proud Boys. But let's go ahead and move on. Let's knock the news out the way and get ready to close this episode out. So first piece of news. Shout out to Chainsaw Man. That is getting an anime adaptation really soon. Trailer drops, I think it said in June. So,
yep. Studio Mappa.
We don't know which Mappa studio we're getting. We have the A team that did Jujutsu Kaisen. Are we getting the B team that does Attack on Titan / the CGI for Zombieland
Saga? I think we might be, since Jujutsu Kaisen is done for now as far as like the first season. I think that like we're gonna get the JJK on this.
More than likely, with the hype that's starting to surround it, we might get the good stuff.
It has to, because there's a lot of like gratuitous, crazy shit. You have to go all out.
I was gonna say, y'all think they go fucking like an anime some of the demons are like CGI and shit like that.
Oh my god, bro. I'm gonna be pissed off.
Gee, if Chainsaw Man is in CGI, bro, if he morphs in CGI, drop. It's a drop.
We go start the fuck Mappa band train.
Hey, bro, we might have to do it. They're gonna join Cloverworks, G. They're gonna join Cloverworks
and Studio Trigger.
Well, Studio Trigger did it to themselves. They do it to themselves.
I'll go join them.
Like, please, like we got nothing but love, G. Don't fuck it up, bro. So, shout out to that. So be on the lookout for that in come June. So shout out to the hype. Solo leveling game and drama, which I'm assuming means anime is coming real soon as well.
No. So they confirmed that we were getting a game. I don't know if they said mobile.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I think they said it. I think it was like a mobile game or something. But I think the drama that's confirmed might be because it's a Korean manhwa. It might be a Korean live action drama, and then they also confirmed a. I'm trying to imagine how bad if they do a live action Solo Leveling show, how bad that's gonna look. But they did confirm an animated movie.
Yeah.
That's what they confirmed. It's gonna be a movie of some sort. So hopefully, if that movie does well, and it should, hopefully it's animated by a competent studio, like Ufotable or something like that. Then we could potentially, due to the success of that, anime adaptation movie, whatever you call it, we can potentially get an anime series from. But that's kind of like the stuff that's been confirmed so far. So we are getting some Solo Leveling media. It's not the stuff that we necessarily want. It's 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3. So let's hope that this movie that comes out is. But that's all we have so far. No trailer or anything. It's that new.
So yeah. So be on the lookout for that as it comes, and then on the game, also we got the Attack on Titan shit. Cam, we want to talk about the Attack on Titan news?
Yeah, basically we're getting a director's cut in the Avengers Endgame Part 2 re-release for Attack on Titan. Essentially, he just said that he's gonna add some panels to the final chapter to, I guess, explain or elaborate on some stuff. So
find out that fucking Aaron was a seagull.
Oh my god!
I really want that to happen. You don't know how badly I want the series to end. The seagull turns into fucking Aaron's face. But yeah, so I don't take it like too hype. Like, don't go like, oh, are they gonna drop a sequel? It literally the mangaka said that he's gonna add a few panels.
All right, cool. Then PS5 had a pretty major update. Nothing really huge or major added. Besides the huge thing with this update, it does allow you to put your PS5 games on external hard drives, but you cannot play them through the external hard drives. It's just there for space reasons. So I guess it's a holdover until the actual SSD hard drive can be
There's
upgraded.
no fucking point.
Boy, your ass got April Fools. My bad. These niggas on the party think Hunter Hunter coming back. These niggas got April Fools. Motherfucker ain't coming back with that shit.
Dude, they gotta stop falling for that
Somebody
shit.
said, I guess they read on Twitter, somebody was like, oh, all these animes, something till the GOAT come back. What's the GOAT? Hunter Hunter? It ain't it.
Well, that shit ain't coming back, boy. Tell they ass to keep dreaming.
Big time.
Yeah, that shit that's so annoying, dog. Just fucking drop the fucking. Just the two things you need to do: SSD or true external hard drive capability storage where you can store and play, and then drop the dynamic theme and theme update. That's the two things we need.
That's the two main things. For me, I think I'll kind of put more weight on the themes right now.
I'm tired of listening to that depressing ass theme song with the PlayStation 5 shit, bro. I need to change that shit up.
Like,
bro.
gee, like we need themes, Sony. Like, how long did it take for the PS3 and PS4 to get themes?
I didn't get a PS3 or PS4 on launch, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Jetro, do you know? Because did you get the PS4 on launch?
I think it took a year and a half. Yeah, I forgot. Matter of fact, let me see if I can look it up. Let's see.
But I feel like with the technology of today, that should come more sooner. Like if it took a year for PS4,
Dom, you know how to do this shit, right? Cook the meat. Cook the meat,
take
Dom.
a year for PS5.
Cook the meat, Dom. The meat. My bad. Let me mute myself.
I'm gonna say, gee, that don't sound right at all, bro.
Bro.
That don't sound right. PS4 themes dropped. Let's see. In update 2, firmware update 2.0.
Hey yo, that I learned to get out. Look, you know, me and Chris, we're basketball fans, right? So we have this thing in which you go to a watch Twitter or some shit like that. You look under the comment section, and it's just people like either nut hugging or hating on somebody's favorite basketball player, right? Go to a Sony's fucking comment section. It is by far the worst shit you can see as well. I thought this console war shit was done.
Oh, you talking about Sony ponies, basically?
Bro, shit nasty.
It's so bad right now, G. In terms of people don't even understand what goes into gaming, but since they got a system, they think they do. Like it was niggas who know tech, and it was like, bro, y'all steady loving this Sony shit. They didn't even got VR with the PS5, and they're like, yeah, it's different. It's it's the HD. They just gotta make. It's like you gotta make some type of software to go with it, but it's in our PS5, but something has to happen for it to go. And then dude was like, no, it's not. They just didn't add it to the PS5. They're like, yes, they did. It's this right here. It's this part. They named the part. It was like the HD.2 DR or something like that shit. I don't know. I'm not a techie, but they was like, no, they didn't. They pulled up the PlayStation thing. Yes, they did. And dude was like, so y'all rather believe PlayStation? You like, I'd rather believe PlayStation than the nigga who said this shit right now. It was just like, I hate this shit, bro. I need one dedicated system. One.
The monopoly, bro. You can't get that.
It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. That's the old. It wasn't even like that in the old days. Shit.
Hell no. You know how many? Like we talk about like console wars and shit like that. Trust me, I would rather have the console stuff shenanigans we have today versus back then. If you look at how consoles were back then, that shit was a fucking mess.
Like it crashed the gaming industry. That's how it crashed the industry, G. That's how bad it was. So,
I was talking about like the PS3 when it came out being like $600. You compare that to like the fucking Philips CDI, that trash bin of a system being $800 at release.
Just to sit there and look at 8-bit, 4-bit freaking characters, nigga.
Hotel Mario and them 3 trash ass Zelda games. Trust me, I would rather take the state of gaming today when it comes to consoles.
Back then.
Back then was terrible.
That was a disgusting
terrible.
time.
You know what? It's weird, right? Because there's pros to cons to this console war shit, which is hilarious, right? In terms of you can talk about in terms of a system, and then you can talk about in terms of like marketability and console pushing, right?
Oh my god.
There's a stark difference between the Nintendo Switch is always like this, right? Right, the Nintendo Switch will forever be like this. It's a Nintendo system. It's portable. It's always going to sell high. It's very fucking cheap. It's like $200-$300. Extremely cheap than about one of the consoles that we have, right? PlayStation 5 has met the Nintendo Switch sales already.
Yeah.
There is a stark difference between if we want to talk about like, oh, this got the HDDR right here, and when it gets that, it makes the 4K hit. Then motherfuckers actually buying a fucking video game. I don't care if your Xbox have a pocket pussy on the side of it. I won't be buying it.
That's fucked up if it do. It just says that how you think about y'all niggas.
They're not having to own it because it's like motherfuckers believe that I care. Like when did that become a thing? Like when did that become a thing? As us as like gamers to value fucking what a nigga like specs and shit like that, bro.
That was way back then. Because you remember when this was back when it was Nintendo and Sega.
Yeah.
The whole fucking like 32-bit, 16-bit war between them niggas, and it was like, oh yeah, we got 32-bit, we got 16-bit, we got TurboGrafx. Oh yeah, we got all this and stuff like. It's always been a thing.
And then like even just the narrative, like Nintendo's for kids and Sega was for adults because like, I think what was it? Mortal Kombat had blood, and Mortal Kombat for the Sega had blood, and the Mortal Kombat for Nintendo didn't have blood. It was like that's how petty it was. So, like it's just been around for ages. It's just been.
Put that on the table.
Sega does what Nintendo don't.
I can play Overcooked with this nigga, bro.
But yeah, this is nothing new. This has been around gaming for generations. It's just instead of talking about bit, we're talking about K's now, and hardware processors and fucking
shit that niggas don't even have no intelligence about.
Right, hertz and teraflops and shit like that. The technology is advanced, but the conversation has always been.
Exactly. Like, you niggas don't even know what the fuck the purpose of a teraflop is supposed to be for the damn system. But let's go ahead and move on. Then there's rumors that Square Enix is for sale, but Square Enix said, yo, that's some bullshit. Shut that shit down. We ain't nobody buying us, nigga. So.
God. And for those who didn't realize, Square Enix was technically bought. Square Enix used to be Squaresoft. Squaresoft was bought by Enix, and then they became Square Enix.
Exactly. So, but in a statement from them, they said, we do not consider selling off the company or any part of its businesses, nor have we received any offer from any third party to acquire the company or any part of its businesses, the company said. So, and the rumor originated from some subscription news site called CTFN. They sound like some bullshit where...
Yeah, it sounds like some fake ass news.
Where it said...
I think it's some fucking clicks or some shit.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, G. Like, Square's at it. Even though, like, the big fat L that was Marvel Avengers, like, they're still doing good market-wise.
Still,
like,
Final
the
Fantasy
Final Fantasy 7 is still a thing. They're gonna get money from the PS5 version and the DLC of it. And
Final
the game
Fantasy
is probably
14
coming out next year.
A big-ass update. They got 16
like,
coming out. Square Enix is fine.
Exactly. And then once Outriders get working properly, that's going to get them some nice little bread coming in too. They are okay. And even then, like, whoever was to buy them, it's going to be a big chunk to buy. So.
That's a lot of fucking... Because Square Enix, it's not... like kind of like... Look, how much was Bethesda bought for? Like,
let me check, double check that.
Shit,
wasn't it like $7 billion?
Let me look. Bethesda bought by $7.5 billion acquisition.
Yeah, it's gonna be like around that range or fucking way more for Square Enix,
this
bro.
Shit, we tried our best.
like Square Enix is going for at least 9. Because I'm just thinking about...
They trail you bogus as hell. They trail you bogus as hell.
Wow, what happened? What'd he say? I missed what he said.
The look that you had, he was like, good shit.
We
tried, okay?
You faked the hell out that reaction. But yeah, so that's it for news this week. Let's go ahead and give our clowns and let's get ready to close this episode out. Oh wait. Goofy's out here, as always, you know vibes. First and foremost, RIP to what's the kid's name? Adam. What's his last name again?
Oh, the 13-year-old.
Yeah, 13-year-old Adam.
Yeah, Adam. I forgot the name.
I'm sorry, forgive us for forgetting his name, but Adam, 13-year-old boy from Chicago, Latino boy, for losing his life due to another irresponsible Chicago PD shooting. But
Adam Toledo.
There we go, Toledo. There we go. I wanted to say something else, but I wasn't sure. But Toledo. So prayers to him and his family. I know this is a tough time for you guys, and especially with the news all in your face and all the other stuff. So prayers to you guys. Prayers for peace. Prayers for justice for your child. So I'm not just gonna clown Chicago PD because that's too easy at this point. It's way too easy. Like, it's too easy. Like, we know we do this all the freaking time. But I am going to clown our mayor. Lori Lightmo, man. Look, I'm not going to talk about that rumor because that's irresponsible journalism on our end. I don't want to be the reason why that, like, somebody listens to this podcast and that rumor just
and
gets
they
out of
start
hand.
spreading it and they trace it back to us.
It traces it back to us. I'm like, I'm not going to drop that rumor. But it's hilarious as hell.
Funny as hell, though. If you know, you know.
but point is, our mayor's a goofy, G. Straight up goofy. She, for one, proceeds to give most of the COVID relief money that was given to the city to the Chicago Police Department.
Fucking pissed me off, dog.
Most of it
Goofy
went
as
there
shit.
instead of going to the schools, trying to set up COVID medical sites, facilities, and stuff. All like not to healthcare, all of that, which is more needed. Goofy bitch. But above all, you sit there and still try to paint this kid as using the terms thug, street person, all of that. Even still continuing to say that he had a gun in hand without correcting himself, despite the fact that even though this attorney general got suspended or fired, I forgot which one, said we made an error and said, oh no, he did not have gun in hand. You still proceed to go with that narrative. You are a fucking goofy. I feel I just feel so bad that people are doing it.
This is what upsets me about this case, right? Let's take into account that he was gang affiliated, right? And that he may have had a gun, right? This kid was 13 years old. You are a allegedly and presumably fully trained police officer with body armor and more experience handling firearms. You mean to tell me, and even in the video footage that's shown, he tossed the gun. If he tossed the gun and he put his hands up, you mean to tell me that this cop didn't see that, hey, this kid he's complying. He has his hands up, but instead it's like, oh, I'm gonna shoot him instead.
Immediately.
Split second decision. So yeah, let's take into account, because like here's my thing. This is what pisses me off about all the situations. We make excuses after excuses as a society when it comes to some white boy going around shooting up churches, malls, schools, and etc. What's the first thing that comes out y'all bitch ass niggas now? He was mentally challenged. He has mental health issues. Oh my God, he was But every time it's something to do with people of color, it's gang affiliated, drug dealer. He had a gun. Parents left him as a kid. All this other shit. Y'all make excuse after excuse to vilify the people that you kill, without taking into effect this kid was 13 years old. You didn't consider the fact that like he's 13 years old. He was in 7th grade. Can you imagine 7th grade? And he's gang affiliated. You didn't take the time to realize that he may have had mental health issues to be gang affiliated at the age of 13 years old in 7th grade. But no, he had a gun. He was a threat to the police officer. 13-year-old who tossed his gun aside was a threat to a full-bodied, armored up, more trained, supposedly more mentally stable police officer. Fuck out of here, bro. Goofy ass niggas, bro. I had to go on that tangent. That shit pissed me off when I first heard about it.
No, you good. Yep. So, with all that being said, shout out to our mayor being a freaking goofy clown bitch. It's gonna be alright. Like, hey, like it is what it is. You just keep capping for these cops, and you're gonna be one of the few. I don't feel like doing the research right now, but probably one of the very select few Chicago mayors to get one term. You know how easy it is to get reelected in Chicago?
Man.
Pretty damn easy. We let Rahm have 2 terms. Or was it 3? I don't remember. Yeah, one too many.
We voted you because you was black and you thought we was going to do something better than that nigga Rahm.
And not just black, but also we representing the LGBTQ community. But that's a different story for a different day. We do not want to anger said community. But with that being said, Lori Lightfoot, we can't put you along with the moles no more because it's disrespectful to the moles. But Officer Lightfoot, you fucking up. You just keep fucking up. Now, just fuck your wife and just leave us the fuck alone. Plain and simple. Please.
And just know, if you don't get reelected, you seen driving and them cops can pull you over. They don't give a fuck that you was once the mayor of Chicago.
Yep. They don't care about the money that you invested into them. They won't. They won't at all. So hold that L. So yeah, that's my clown. Also, my other clown is the dude who lied and said Aaron Donald will beat his ass. You are really a clown, my brother. You sir is a clown. You lied and said Aaron Donald will beat you up, but in actuality, Aaron Donald tried to save your life, which he kind of did. And like, gee, how you gonna sit there? You talk to your lawyer and say, wait, Aaron Donald's part of it. We're gonna say he beat your ass instead of the crowd of people was whooping your ass. And in all actuality, then the footage shows up and says, no, he was clearing the crowd so he can get out the jail. And this is the thing, people. If Aaron Donald whooped that nigga's ass, it would have been even more funnier because it was well deserved. Because now I feel like Aaron Donald should get the right to actually whoop his ass. And if you don't know who Aaron Donald is, go on YouTube, research Aaron Donald's highlight tape. And also then look up Aaron, and it don't matter which year because each one is beautiful. But also look up Aaron Donald trains with knives. You'll sit there and realize that, and also look up Aaron Donald abs. There's no reason why a nigga that is literally 300 something pounds has a 6-pack. That's scary. But the way this nigga works out and bullies niggas bigger than him on a professional football scale, and you choose to pick a fight with him, and then lie to pick a fight with him. No. God tells me not to fear no man. But I will fear Aaron Donald if I ever pissed him the hell off. And if I'm his lawyer, I will try to fight for a one-on-one fight. And I want it recorded with a live studio audience as well. So that dude who capped on my mans, you deserve this clown badly. So those are my clowns.
Detroit Bogan Clown is I'm gonna try to do this like either once a week, once at bi-weekly, whenever we do the podcast. I'm gonna do my gatekeeping of anime of the week. But unlike other gatekeepers, I'm not trying to keep minorities out, trying to keep exclusions out. I'm trying to keep niggas who want to get popular off a tweet out. Look, I understand you got to make Twitter page pop. You got to get the followers. You got to get interactions. Just my natural way of things. I will never ever be a sellout. I kind of like being Big Trail Bogan, right? This person put up a tweet of who's a better duo, Goku and Vegeta, or the two main characters from goddamn Jujutsu Kaisen. I end with that.
And they said the two duos from Jujutsu Kaisen.
What the fuck is Jujutsu Kaisen now? What the fuck is it? You have watched anime for all of 11 days. You really just wanted to get the tweet off of saying that Goku and Vegeta is not a good combo, in which they have very, very, very reputable accounts of bodying a nigga with each other. They have reputable accounts of them actually fighting with each other.
Nigga pulling out the sources, G.
Of Goku and Vegeta attacking a powerful foe with each other.
The term foe.
The fact that he immediately knew what volume and page to turn to, G. The sources, G.
I don't want to hear it no more, okay? We're playing with my motherfucking goat.
Pulled out the exact page and volume perfectly.
That's it, Deja?
Yeah, I think that's it. Go ahead.
So, my clown, and sorry to get serious, sorry to get political, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We black, so we got to talk about black issues. You see my username. My clown of the week goes to the justice system, the police system in general. I don't give a fuck if it's fuck it. I don't care because it's too many incidents that I can pull up on my phone in which the good cops that y'all talking about don't do shit when it comes to these police brutality. I think Trevor Noah, Daily Show with Trevor Noah, made a fucking perfect analogy of the situation. He was saying that the police system, you know what I'm saying, like that it's bad apples and there's good apples. He said the police system is a bad tree that mainly has bad apples and occasionally has some good fruit. I think that's perfectly describes the police system. And the police system was never designed to protect and serve. It was always designed to oppress minority people and allow the majority to be safe. Essentially, that's essentially what the police system was built for in this country. The two incidences that come to mind this past week, if you guys heard of it, is first and foremost the Dante Wright situation. So my clown goes to that white bitch. Fuck you. and everything that you fucking stand for. 26 years as a police officer, and you telling me you can't tell the difference between a gun and a taser? Goofy ass shit. You the same. It's that same. It's like that same mentality white bitch that shot the guy who was in his own apartment that was eating his ice cream. And she's like, "Oh, I thought this was my apartment." Goofy shit. So you get a clown. You definitely get a clown for that. I think they did say she was recently arrested, right, Chris?
Yes.
I hope you locked away for a long ass time because you need to reflect on what the fuck you did. A long ass time. And just know that that's your legacy now. Your 26 years of policing added up to your legacy being that you can't tell the difference between a gun and a taser. Dumb bitch. So you get a clown for that. And then the other incident being Second Lieutenant Karin Nazaro. He was the officer he was the military personnel who got pulled over. He pulled into the gas station because they had like tried to pull him over, but he wanted to get into it. It's very fucked up that we live in a society where we have to be in a well lit area when it comes to police encounters, just in case stuff happens. But in this particular instance, he was right in his judgment to pull over into a well lit gas station area. The cops came and basically harassed him because like it's something to do with like his license plate, but he there was these cops basically like spraying pepper spraying him, telling him to get out the car, blah blah blah, and like he even said that like to put it honestly, I'm scared to come out this car. And then the police officer said, "Yeah, you should be scared. You should be scared." Fuck, just fucked up shit. Like it's just, and to all my proud boys, my right wing niggas, um, because y'all was on our ass when it came to kneeling during the flag because it disrespected our troops. So can you answer me this question? What do you call that incident? What the police just did to that second lieutenant? Would you call that disrespecting the flag, or was it he wasn't complying? I just want to hear from y'all mouths. So y'all some goofy, like when we say fuck the police, I truly and wholeheartedly mean that. I don't care if your daddy's a police officer. I don't give a fuck if your granddad's a police officer. I genuinely don't care. The system is corrupt and it needs to be changed. Point blank, period. So fuck the police. That system is my clown. Fuck that dumb white bitch. She's a clown, and fuck those army veteran, the not the army veteran, but fuck those police officers who stopped that guy when from a license plate. Like, oh, you should be scared. Fuck all y'all. Y'all my clown.
I just hate pigs too, bro. It is what it is.
Yeah, we all do. That being said, after post, always, the vibe. Come to that. Shout out to NWA. So let's go ahead and wrap this episode up. As always, we appreciate you guys for listening. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, hit that share button on the videos. If you're listening, make sure you follow us, subscribe, and share on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify. We appreciate it. And copy some merch. We got deals, free shipping, UTM ships. $10 off, UTM Vibes 10. Make sure you copy some merch. We got hoodies, we got other stuff. I am going to be working on new merch throughout the week as well, so you can cop. And like it's on there right now, tweakingmedia.net. It should be live by the time this episode is up. So make sure you go on tweakingmedia.net to copy some merch. Greatly appreciate it. And follow us on Twitter at the Black Otakus, the one and only the Black Otakus. And we'll be back next week. Peace.
Peace out.